eyes. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Night Vibe, the progressive news show that just don't give a damn. I'm your host, Marlon Clyburn, along with Tracy Carson and Theus Robinson. What's going on, family?
Feeling good, feeling great. How about you?
You didn't see that one coming.
I was trying to let Tracy go first.
Oh, no, I was letting you go first. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend day.
Don't worry, Monday will be here before you know it.
Yep.
You'll be back to normal. So on today's show, as you see, the title is, we're going to talk about Enneagrams. And why I decided to do this is because I've said for the longest time, I've been really big into mental health these last 2 years. And we discussed it, love languages. And although I think it did help a few people out here and there, that is for couples. Enneagram is for you, the individual. What makes you tick? And it is broken down into 9 categories. So I wanted to play, and is it 9 or 7? Maybe 9. I think it's 9. 9 categories. So I'm going to try to do 2 a show. It just all depends on how we get into it, because some of them is like, oh, okay, that's straightforward and everything else. And then some of them is going to be Nah, we need to talk about this, bro. That don't make no sense. So it just always depends on exactly how we're going to get into it. Also, I am featuring a new segment. Hope it comes permanent. I hope it does. I think it's fun and exciting, and it's something that I'm giving to Theas and giving to Tracy, but it's the same segment. And it's called Am I the A-hole? And it's really cut and dry. There's people who on a website, Reddit, who writes in letters and always ends off with "Am I the a-hole?" And what it is that it's questions about situations that happened to them last year, this year, 5 years ago, whatever. It's not the point. The point is always ending off with "Am I the a-hole?" What I discovered was that somebody made a whole YouTube channel. Well, several people made a whole YouTube channel in reading these letters. And I found them, so I decided, okay, so let me throw this to my audience and see what happens. And the good part about it is, well, I said some of it's for Theas and some of it's for Tracy, is because some of them are serious. Like the one for Theas is serious. The one for Tracy, not so serious. And it's even a Karen story, but not going to end the way you think. So I really hope that y'all enjoy that. So before we even get started into the show, let's see who is out there. Oh boy.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey,
Mickey.
What time Mickey come on? You came on exactly at 9 o'clock. How's it lonely? Oh, because nobody showed up. Hey,
hello, Anna.
Hello.
Sorry, I was dancing.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Suzanne.
Welcome back. Tracy, you look so sad. It's Easter. You're
I am not sad.
The hope. Go to the church and be uplifted, girl. No sarcasm here.
I am happy. Look at all of this going.
Can't stop it
all
now.
of this. Girl.
Like the curly hairs, Tracy. Softens your face. And hello, Theas. Hi, Marlon and Tracy. Hey, Theas and Anna, Mickey and Marlon. Okay, that covers everybody. So, without further ado, let's get the party started. So we're going to start off briefly by just going into detail about, I'm pretty sure everybody is asking right now, what is Enneagram?
So what is it? The Enneagram is a personality categorizing system. It theorizes that there are 9 different personality types in the world, and each type sees the world in a different way. Plus, each type has an underlying motivation that runs throughout their whole lives that totally influences how they behave and how they feel. So you may be saying, isn't it like super limiting to say that there's only 9 types of people in the world? And to that I say, haha, no, because there's like infinite expressions of all of the numbers. This is the Enneagram. I know that this probably looks like some pagan symbol or a mad mathematician's ramblings, but bear with me. The 9 types are 1, the perfectionist, 2, the helper, 3, the performer, 4, the romantic, 5, the investigator, 6, the loyalist, 7, the enthusiast, 8, the challenger, and 9, the peacemaker. So there's 3 triads. These describe different ways that you experience life. The gut triad is 8, 9, and 1, and they are driven by anger and express themselves directly and honestly. The heart triad, which is my triad, is 2, 3, and 4, and they are driven by feelings and they can be extremely image conscious. The head triad is 5, 6, and 7. They are driven by fear and think and plan carefully before acting.
So, before we even get started, please let's go through all of them first before you start choosing which one you are. That's 1.
I'm number 12.
Number 2. And most importantly, and I'm serious on this one, this is for you. Do not look through these things and try to pick who you think the other person is. That's really disrespectful. That person could be that person. And the funny thing about it is no person is specifically one number. There is branches that you connect to other things. So this actually could be a 12 if you add 1, 9, and 2 or whatever. There's always a connection.
I'm 12 subsection B, paragraph 4, footnote R.
He's complicated like that, folks. He's complicated like that. That's why he's that. Subsection 11. Subsection, will you shut up so I can move on? Didn't even remotely throw the key away. Wasn't even going to think about it. So we're going to get into the first one real quick. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I done that. I think I go across and back. Yeah. Hey.
Hello, Miss Kim.
Hello. I'm the pentagram. I'm stuck to it. I'm sticking to it. You can't be the whole thing. Or maybe you are. So we're going to start with, of course, number 1, and that is the perfectionist.
Are you the person who's always trying to get everyone at the office to recycle? Who never skips a workout, appointment, or therapy session? Who has a to-do list even for Saturdays and always gets it done? Who has a strong opinion about what's right and wrong in every situation? Who has a system for everything from kitchen cabinets to color-coded calendars? If that's you, you're probably an Enneagram 1.
So that's Enneagram 1. That's the perfectionist. That's just a overall look into it. So any thoughts so far before we go on?
Definitely
I'm a perfectionist
not me.
who doesn't care if it's perfect.
Yeah, that's not me at all. Except for that one where he said, I definitely have a sense of what's right and wrong. That's the only one I thought. But everything else, I'm like, okay, I don't have a list for anything.
Yeah, I know I'm not perfectionist because I don't think I want to put in the effort to make a list and put things together.
Then you lose the list. Then you forget what was on the list.
Well, I have a touch of a lot of those things that they mentioned. But I really like the color. No, I do color coding on my Excel sheets. Meh.
See, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't do the color coding, because I'm the person who forget what color means what.
You make a key. You make a separate tab just because your first tab is your main information.
Who
your second tab. It takes a few seconds. It takes a few seconds, and then that way, not only can I track what I've done, but then if you have to come behind me, you can quickly discern what I was doing as well. Never mind. I have a problem.
That sounds like work. It does. I don't.
Yeah, it sounds like that's just too much effort.
But I don't really need things to be perfect. Like, it's weird. Like, I really could care less about a lot of things, but there's definitely a place and a rule and a guideline. I'm very stuck on what's right and what's wrong. And there you go.
I used to be in a perfectionist in many ways until I got old. And that's funny thing about it is, I'm learning this as we go along too. And I would think that the older you get, the more you will go towards being a perfectionist. Like because I would think that if you was doing this at a younger age, and the older you get, now you got a rhythm. Now you got a thing going that is A, B, C, D. So the older you get, falls into the category of I am what I am. I've been doing this for a long time. So that's why I was thinking the older you get, the more you get into it. Now, can you be older and start trying to be a perfectionist? Can't see that. But then again, I'm naive on this, so take my word for a grain of thought. Perfectionist sounds stressful.
It does really. I'm like, all that trouble.
Really does.
I
Just
mean, the
said-
way they presented it, definitely. I mean, that the way they presented it puts you right up there with obsessive compulsive. But there's levels to these things, I would say.
I color code bathroom towels. They have
No,
No.
they mismatch. One white, one blue, one is yellow.
Mm-mm.
As long as I can clean them, I'm cool.
Are they clean?
That's all I'm asking, really. My dishes don't match.
That's not my thing, but I could see how it could be.
Although don't switch up with compulsive colors,
Complementary color is allowed.
I grab whatever rag is on top and fold it and ready to go. And if it matches the towel, woohoo! If it doesn't, oh well.
Nope, as I get older, professional get less and less important. Okay, I can see that. Okay, so now let's get into the core of number one.
Wondering if you, a loved one, or a colleague is an Enneagram 1, you're in the right place. Learning your Enneagram type can unlock a lifetime of personal growth. And today we'll start with the core elements of the Enneagram 1. Ones earn the nickname the perfectionist because of their strong moral compass and compulsive desire to change themselves and the world around them for the better. Mission-driven and controlled, ones fear being bad, defective, or wrong and strive for perfection in all areas of life. In relationships, at work, and in their home lives, they aim for goodness and integrity by following the rules, resisting desires, and bringing order. Their motto could be, "Good enough is the enemy of great." Famous Enneagram 1s include Brené Brown, Kate Middleton, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I hate that last statement.
It's an interesting collection of people.
I hate that last statement.
What?
Good is the enemy of great.
Good enough is the enemy of great.
Sometimes stuff is just good enough. Like, oh well, that's me and cooking. It's good enough.
I see as we listen to more and more of it, I am a strong Enneagram 1. So it's probably why I don't like most people in the world. But it's okay. I'm okay.
Oh my goodness. Did it say good enough or did they say good?
No, good enough.
Good enough.
Because it's people who basically like it just take a little bit more effort to do it right, but they're like, it's a C.
No,
that was me in algebra. That was me in
like,
algebra. I was like, I passed. I'm done.
You washed all the clothes, you dried all the clothes, you even took them out the dryer and put them in a hamper, and that was as far as you went.
Yep, that's far as I went.
Now everything's
you hang them up so you don't have to
and-
iron them again.
No, that's the people who wash the clothes day one, dry the clothes day two. Then they
that's a whole nother group. That's a whole nother.
Them people
That's a
need
whole-
help.
Then they put the clothes up that they washed and dried last week, so they can get the hamper for the dirty clothes this week.
Yeah, those people are just, I'm sure there's going to be a description for them further down the line, but those are the ones who are just kind of feeling their way through life. They just do what occurs to them.
That explanation kicked
that kicked me way out. I'm like, hey, it's good enough. Especially with geometry and math. Oh, it's good enough. It's good enough.
I cannot do good enough.
1 + 1 is 2. It's good enough.
I have a plan for everything, and if I decide not to go for the best at whatever it is, it's because I have a reason for it. Like it's not like I'm good.
I just want the plan so I can always have a contingency behind it. So that's why I say I can't do good enough, because I have to see, okay, what is the plan? Sounds like a good plan. Now, what happens if something happens where one of those two things that you said don't happen? What's the contingency?
Wait a minute. How about Betsy?
How about
Susan? I ain't the one, because
I mismatch all the time.
Yeah, if it wasn't for my wife, I would lay a comforter down and sleep on.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't care about the blanket on top. I'll tell you that. The fitted sheet of the spread got to match.
No, they don't.
Yes, it do. I can't do it.
I don't even have to
I'm
have
like, oh well.
That would drive me up
Are
the
they
freaking
clean?
wall.
Are they clean? Are they clean?
Those two things have to match. I'm sorry. No,
My
I
sheets
can't
and fitted. No,
I can't do it.
Well, I don't even have a bed. I have a let-out couch, so
it don't bother me at all.
nope. They do not have to match.
See, so y'all are good enough. Tracy, I love that my cooking is good enough. Eat it or don't. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Tracy's the only one that's eating it. If she ain't complaining.
Yep.
See, this is the main reason I suffer from PTSD. I don't think that's
Mismatched pillowcases.
That's OCD. I saw.
Do
That's
you
OCD.
suffer from wool sheets and satin fitted
Who
sheets?
has satin?
She said that I skipped over hers. I literally just read it.
Awkward.
Yep, we better just go to number 2.
Marlon's not talking.
Marlon's talking with.
He's not talking. So Tracy,
Yeah.
I love your hair.
Thank you.
That's an excellent color. Is that royal blue or is that purple?
No, this is still the same gray as always
I'm
has
talking
You know
been.
what, Tracy? For the longest
shirt.
time, your hair has always looked.
I love your hair. So,
for the longest time, I always thought your hair had a purple tint to it.
and personally, I actually like your hair straight more than curly, but it looks nice.
Yeah. Susie, your bed sheets must match towels. Not so much. It takes 3 weeks to fold and put. No, it does not take 3 weeks. This is what you wanted me to play. It does not take 3 weeks to wash clothes.
Yes, they do. She said wash
She
and
said
fold.
fold.
Wash it for, no, it does not take.
And
3
put
weeks.
it up. Yes, they do.
That's why all you need is 2 good sets. You got one to stay in the closet, and you got the one that you use. So when it's time to wash the sheets, you take them off the bed, you wash them, you dry them, you put them right back on the bed.
Or wash your clothes, dry them, put them up.
Put them back on the bed.
Y'all saying exactly the
Put
same
back on
thing.
the bed. The sheets.
Yes.
After you wash them
No
and dry them,
imagination. You want to wear this. You want to put the sheets on.
as long as they're clean, I don't see why not.
I just washed
So
them.
Yeah.
you literally got one set of sheets.
I literally have 2 sets
No, I have
of
a
sheets.
wife. I have a wife who makes sure we have multiple sets of sheets. But I'm telling you,
I got
leave
2
it
sets.
to me. You got one
That's
that
it.
stays in the closet, and you got one to go on the bed.
Who's living
You just
with me
rotate
that
them
I got
bad
to
boys.
sit here and go with 15 bed sheets? No.
Nobody want
Nobody
to
said
fold
15
fitted
bed
sheets.
sheets.
Nobody want to do that.
That's too much work.
So
No.
you got one set of clothes then?
No, but it's a bed. It's not a. I'm not going.
Yeah,
to
because
work
I'm
in
wearing
the
different
outfit.
clothes every day. That's different.
Who all
But
sit in my bed?
Oh, boring. Oh, boring.
No,
You're
we're
extra.
I have a feeling that someone has at least a little energy of any
Yeah.
kind.
Yep. Now
It's
that
like
I do.
Armchair psychology is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is your horoscope
This
speaking.
literally makes it a lot more fun when you know you have no idea what the heck you're talking about, but you see something in it, so you have to talk about it.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be at work on Monday talking about your Enneagram 5. Get your
No,
life
I'm
right.
still working from home. Thank you very much.
Yes, Tracy, your hair is beautiful. Love the curls.
Thank you.
We have tons of sheets and towels because I hate folding and putting up. Yeah, that's her.
Well,
reason.
Marlon should be helping,
He sure should.
especially since he got all these
I'm
opinions
sorry,
on sheets.
and your assumption is that I'm not. That's sexist.
Maybe.
Okay. Actually, big. Oh.
I'm gonna omit the weird part. I'm gonna
Stop
omit
giving
the
him
weird part.
credit. Stop it.
That does not make any sense.
I'm gonna take
Makes-
weird. I'm gonna take weird, and I'm gonna put that over here. But the rest of it,
Of course it is. So let's move on because I'm done with y'all. So we're gonna move on to the path of personal growth, which is pretty much the core thing that I wanted to show this to you, which after listening to this dialogue, it's going to be a completely waste of time, but I'm going to show it anyway. So the path of personal growth for 1.
Their path to personal growth, ones, like each of the types, have a set of unique signposts along the way. As they move to wholeness, ones move away from suppressed anger, fear of judgment, and criticizing others, and towards serenity and integrity. Ones typically repress their negative feelings with self-control and discipline. They keep a lid on their emotions, strive for continual self-improvement, and keep everything organized in their lives, whether it's finishing a document at work, decluttering the basement, or going through a self-help book with their partner. Yet despite how much they strive, the whispering late-night voice in a one's head says, "You'll never be good enough."
Ew.
And I find that, and I find that very,
Hey,
very.
lady, why don't you just like pour some more salt on that depression? Why don't you?
I need her to never be like a counselor on the hotline. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that job, lady, because you're terrible. You'll never be good enough.
Like, dang, lady, easy up on the depression, please.
Hey, they're
So
saying,
she basically equated being structured and having a sense of integrity to being borderline depressed. Is this where we are now?
because
I guess it is happy people.
What
It
if
is
that
easier to be
is
happy
the
and stupid.
reason?
Huh?
What if that is their reasoning for being right on everything, correct on everything, strive to be perfect? Because in the back of their head, they're hearing people right or wrong. If anybody never even said it to them, but they're hearing in the back of your mind, no matter what you do, you will never be good enough.
I don't
That
know.
is
That's a huge stretch to place on the overall care category like she did. I mean, there's definitely subsets I could see that for anybody, you know, but which could trace back to trauma or experiences growing up, or whatever might trigger whatever. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess it's because I relate so much to this whole number one thing. I'm sitting here and I'm like, the happiest people, the most carefree people I've known in life were like stupid.
Yeah, because they have no responsibility.
Like
they just void themselves of responsibility.
So I guess I'll deal with the burdens of responsibility and self-improvement over blissful ignorance. I don't.
Susan, he doesn't do the folding up and everything. He does the washing and the drying. Yeah, I ain't folded jack.
That's what I said, and then you said
I do the washing and the drying.
But I said you should be helping to fold, and you said I was being sexist. But actually, I was being accurate.
No, you was being accurate. You was assuming that I didn't, and you could be sexist all you want to. I'm not folding clothes. No. That's the most tedious freaking job I've ever seen in my life. I'm not doing
Unless you take the sheets out the dryer and put them back on the bed.
No, that doesn't work for people that don't have a washer and dryer at home. Because if you go to the laundromat, you have to fold them.
The only good thing about it is that
I take a duffel bag and you shove them bad boys right back in there.
No, because then
it'll be wrinkled. But
hey, the funny thing about it is that's how we used to do in the military with our t-shirts and our underwear.
And then you went home and ironed your drawers.
Okay, then you need help.
In the military? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You were Air Force. You were Air Force.
I'm sorry.
Y'all had dry cleaners in like 3 locations on the base.
Every branch had dry cleaners. But you're not gonna put that on the Air Force.
But in the Army, they had to iron their underwear and their t-shirts. So
So
they didn't have turn down service. I'm just playing.
I'm so moving on. So now we're going to move on to the healthy and unhealthy, which I guess we jumped the gun by discussing it now. So we're going to look at the healthy and unhealthy concept of one.
Each type also has unique developmental stages and corresponding healthy and unhealthy patterns of behavior. When they are healthy and well developed, ones are inspiring and responsible, bringing out the best in those around them and using their drive and willpower to bring positive change. hopeful and conscientious, they have a great vision and discipline to bring it to life. Unhealthy ones may be critical, dogmatic and impatient. It's my way or the highway, they say. Condemning and judgmental. Ones in stress obsess about what's wrong and punish themselves and others for falling short. And for each of the types, growth means more acceptance and awareness of our unique type, which provides more inner peace and greater ability to act intentionally rather than unconsciously. So for ones, growth means embracing joy and contentment, putting the checklist aside and simply feeling, experiencing and laughing with no other goal in mind. Relaxing and learning to accept imperfection will also be helpful.
That's it.
I was just going to say, because I didn't want to monopolize the discussion. First of all, I think she is a wonderful person, and I love how she emotes with her face. And I'm partial to accents, so she's got my attention anyway. But that first one on that list, don't seek to accomplish, just be. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't do that. I can't do that. That made my skin itch. I can't, no.
Sound made sense to me.
I cannot. Each day, even if it's something small, I have to accomplish something to explain to myself why in the heck did I get out of bed today. I look at a person
you had to
who
go to
just
work.
No, because like on the weekend, like people on the weekend, they'll literally sit in one spot and just be there.
Yep.
I can't understand that. To me, that is just like, that is why. I mean, what? Why?
Okay, if I had to guess, I don't mean completely and utterly don't do anything. Except for one category. And I'll get to that. I don't think she said don't accomplish anything during the day. What I think she said the dangerous part that comes in is when you use up so much, you decided that you're going to do this project. And you decided no matter what, no matter how tired it is, no matter how mentally challenging it is, no matter what, it's going to get done. That's very dangerous.
No, that can be unhealthy. But what I'm saying is, the way I took it is, don't focus on accomplishing any tasks. Just let the day unfold and be in the moment.
Yeah,
that's what I heard her saying, which is what you'll hear a lot of more carefree people say. And I say, you do that. Yeah. I will do that after I do the dishes, or I cut the grass, or I do my editing, or I gotta check something off, man. I just can't. I
could go a whole day and just watch football. I'll be like, yep, got a lot accomplished. Look at all these games I watched.
And this
would drive me up the wall.
But this is what I said. This is the caveat. Take everything that you said, Theas, and that thing, and put it on somebody who has a vacation, who's on vacation.
Thank you.
That's
you
what
went on vacation to be on vacation.
Because that's the same.
No, but some people say,
I have to accomplish something today.
Yep, I gotta take my work with me, my laptop with me.
That's the unhealthy side that she was talking about. But see, me, I go on vacation, right? Because I'm definitely a person that every day I can account for something I accomplished that day, even if it's small. But when I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. So I don't want to hear nothing about we got to do this excursion or we got to do that excursion. No, that's the one time in life you'll find me just wandering through the day.
Part, because I know people like that. I have known people like that. For anybody that has never been on a cruise, I've been on 2, going on my 3rd one later on this year. And I've known people who, Tracy, when they land in whatever area they're going to, Mexico, Jamaica, Bahamas, whatever, they literally have their list set out for everything that they're going to do.
Oh, no, you can't. No, you got to go. From the
time they get off the ship to the time they get back. And it's all detailed in that. I'm sorry. Tell me where this is fun at.
But I think those are the kind of people, and this is going to be I'm being judgmental, like they said on the list, okay? But
yeah,
those are the people that largely are unplanned for most of their day in their normal life. And then they go on vacation and they want to pack in as much fun and excitement as they can because they're focused on fun and excitement. I've gone on vacation with people like this. It's really annoying. But then I'm the other side where I'm very structured in my normal life. And when I go on vacation, I shut off.
Oh shoot!
Like
I
I'll stay in my room the whole time if you leave me, just so I can
No,
go
now
eat and
that
come back.
I won't
That's,
do.
I don't
No.
need to accomplish anything on vacation.
I'll go see a site, but I'm not gonna be like, I'll go when I go to Washington D.C. I'm gonna see the Washington Monument. This day,
And
no.
at 2:00, I'm gonna be
No,
over here,
Tracy,
and at
take
3:15,
it
I
one
gotta be
step
over.
further. You're gonna go see the Washington Monument. Okay, we done seen the Washington Monument because next on the list we got to go see the Smithsonian.
Now hurry up! Now
Okay,
hurry
now
up!
we
We've been
done
here for
with that,
15
'cause we
minutes.
gotta
You're
go
running
to the White
behind.
House. Okay, now hurry up because we got to go to the Capitol. Okay, y'all. And the worst thing that you could tell somebody, the worst thing that they can say is, "Hurry up! You're messing up our schedule." It's like, why do you have a schedule?
I'm not. See that this is
Unless
why
we're trying to catch a plane, a bus, or something. That's the only time it should be sticking.
My work,
But
as soon as I get on that ship, my work is done. So I do schedule trip. I mean, get on the plane, get to where I'm going, get to the hotel. I'm still working because I got to get to the hotel. I'm still working because we got to get up in time. Are we going to eat breakfast or we just go wait till we get on the ship? Are we going to eat breakfast? Okay, we're going to eat breakfast. That means we're going to have to get up early then. Okay, we done had breakfast. We got some time left. Let's go ahead and go to the port. Okay,
that's
we
being a planner.
Now. We chilling. We straight to go. Now we get on the ship. The minute my foot moves from that ramp onto the step of the ship.
Oh shoot! I waited till the date of my cruise to pack. I was like, oh well. I just got up, made sure I took my medicine, put it through clothes in the. Then I just left, went to the airport.
I'm out.
Yeah, I pack like Tracy. I'm not.
I'm not gonna sit there.
I'm not a big super planner. I will find something I forgot once I get wherever I'm going.
Everybody does. In other words, you grow out of the Enneagram, so it's essentially useless. Like all these kinds of things, just grow the way that makes you and the people around you happiest. I somewhat disagree a little because what I feel like is what they're saying, all of these is the core of you. What I do feel that you may grow out of is the branching of it. So your core, I feel that is your stronger core. You may be less of your core than what you used to be. You may be more of your core than you used to be, but it's still your core. And what may grow from that is the branching or whatever they call it. The branching of which you went to may become stronger or less compared to the other branch. You may be stronger or less. But I just don't feel like you could grow out of your core.
You know what's funny, Marlon? You called me an android. And this is before you had all these little fancy words for the Enneagram going on. But it basically is what I was describing to everybody about. You need to have your core operating, procedures for what drives you and how you function. And you need to constantly reassess yourself and you need to correct things that are wrong. I've been doing that since I was probably 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever the words are, largely immaterial. If we come down to what I think you're hitting on, take the time to know yourself.
Pretty much. And by the way, Susan, I'm not throwing this at you at all. Don't take these things as a negative. I mean, they're telling you what the negative portion is.
According to people who don't know what the negatives, whatever.
It's not negative.
No, when they said that the negatives, because they're saying the positives and then they said the negatives, and I'm like, well, those negatives, some of them are extremes, so of course they're negative, but there's shades to this thing, so yeah.
Oh yeah. And using each other's strengths and support each other where one of the other is weak. Life takes a village. I am so freaking wise. I need to go live live in a cage and live off worshipful gifts brought to me by my Lord. Susan getting sleepy.
Well, there's an obvious play on words that I could go with, and I'm not gonna do it.
You're sure not, because we're going to move on because we
To
got
number
time
two.
to do two. Here's introduction to Enneagram 2, which is I have no idea. So we're going to go into number 2.
Are you the person who's always taking care of their friends, always giving your time and energy and attending to others' needs and emotions? Twos may spend all day being a nurse, a counsellor or a parent, and then spend the evening listening to a friend's breakup story, dropping off a meal for a neighbour, and writing a relative's birthday card, all with a warm smile on their face. If that sounds like you, you're probably an Enneagram 2, the giver, characterised by your need to be liked and appreciated by others.
Man, I got nothing. Somebody else talk because I ain't got nothing.
Until I find something.
Wow.
That
That one is so me. I mean, that's my whole life. I took care of my mother when she was sick. I took care of my father when he was sick. I took care. It's like I've always spent my life doing it. Not because I thought, oh, I need to be liked. It's just I felt it was my responsibility.
Yeah, wait till we get to the core of it. I remember this now. Wait till we get to the core of it. You know that whole, they lay in the bed and they think, I know we just started, but they do that on all of them. Blah, 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 blah. But these people lay in the bed and think. Wait till you get to this one. Hey, it's fine, Molly. You know I love a really good back and forth. Oh yeah, I told y'all if I don't get an argument out of each and every show, I'm done. I refuse to argue into a vacuum. For all you people that's on the Truth app, wonder why it's boring.
One of them.
No, they got 5,000.
Yeah, it's just hard to fight with yourself.
It's hard to. Thank you. So. Have fun. That's me, except I'm a loner. I can see it. I mean, I would understand it. You would like to help people, you just don't want them around you. So
being around a bunch of people when you're that much of an empath can be exhausting.
Yeah, because people always turn to you when they need things. It's like, okay, give me a moment.
Yeah, I don't know. That's number 2 as they explained it, and there's not a whole lot of me in that one.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
You ain't gonna sit there and just talk to me about your feelings, and we not getting to
people do it all the time.
That,
I'm going through it. Did I ask you? I don't even have to ask them.
Where's the rest of the chat go? Shut up, dog. Come back, people. Okay, where did everybody else go?
Anna, I don't know. I haven't seen nothing from
my numbers haven't dropped. So okay,
So
maybe they're learning. That's fine. That's fine. As long as I have Theas and Tracy, trust me, we can talk. So worry about it. So let's get to the core of number 2, the caretaker, the carer, whatever, same thing.
Colleague or you are an Enneagram 2, you're in the right place. Learning your type can unlock a lifetime of personal growth, and today we'll start with the core elements of the Enneagram 2. 2s earn the nickname the giver because of their instinctive and continual care for others, from emotional to spiritual to practical needs. Warm and observant, they bake elaborate cakes for their kids' themed birthday parties, listen carefully to their friends' problems, and comfort their siblings when they're feeling down. 2s secretly worry you're nobody till somebody loves you. Famous 2s include Maya Angelou and Dolly Parton.
I find it really disturbing that that's just 11% of the population.
Why? Because most of the population are pure assholes.
God,
I'm just saying. Because whenever you get to the one that's like super selfish, that's going to be most of the population.
That is.
Yeah.
So far, you've had, because type 1 is like the protector doer. Type 2 is the giver, the compassionate, the open heart person. those are gonna be your smaller groups, bro.
That is still sad.
It's amazing that people will come up to me. Now, I had this problem. I'm like, I'm just sitting here.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'll fall right into number 2.
I'm gonna tell you what my one issue is at the end of all of this. I don't have a problem. I'll tell you now. I don't have a problem caring for you. I do care. I have just 2 rules though. One, I can't care for you more than you care for you. I really can't. I can't. I just can't. And 2, and me and Foxy came up with this a long time ago, and I'm not going to give out no names because I remember exactly who the person was that we came up with this statement for. But it was, they have an issue, and they come to us for advice. Okay, we're listening now. We're just listening. Okay, that's pretty sad. What do you think you should do? They tell us the right thing to do. Then they come back with the same issue. Okay, so this is what I think you need to do, and you know, at a point you agree with it. So this is what I think you should need to do. After you come back the 3rd time, we just look at you and go, you know what? Do what you think is best. Pray on it. Because what you're not going to treat me as a sounding board of wrongness. You're just trying to get me to go, whatever it is that you're doing wrong is okay. I'm not that person.
No, it's not so much that they want you to say that it's okay. It's just that they're just completely. There's some people who do not mind sitting in their mess.
Yep.
And I can't understand those people, and those people know not to come to me because, like you said, by that 2nd or 3rd time, I'm like, do you want to fix this or not?
No, I just say do what you think is best. Pray on it. I don't care no more. I just don't.
Because, like you said earlier, it's like it's hard to care more about somebody than they care about themselves. And it's like, to me, there's exceptions to that because, your kids. Okay, so pretty much.
I ran out of people. Adults. I'm not talking about. I would never do that with kids because let's face it, we have way too many parents who want their children to be grown way before they're grown. So no, we're not talking about kids. You want your kids to be grown, raise them. That's your job. You want them to be grown to make it less of a chore for you, and that's wrong. So I'm not talking about kids. Do your job, parents. But adults who know all the ins and outs of doing wrong, all the loopholes of doing wrong, all the secret passageways of doing wrong. But basically, they go through life way too freaking hard. I'm not gonna waste my time listening to you.
Yeah, people who don't mind just going through life, feeling their way through, as they say, and then want to come to the responsible person to make them feel better about it. I'm not that guy.
I'm not that person.
I can't say I'm not. I definitely am.
I was the caretaker until my 40s when I realized that I need to care for myself before anyone else. If I've drained of my energy physically and emotionally on others, I have none left for myself. And learned that the freaking hard way.
Oh, I wish I
used to be a fixer. I mean, I'm still a fixer to an extent, but nah, man, look.
I'm here too, but I have nothing on 2 so far. Oh, it's coming. Trust me. Thank the goodness for my mom. She just told me that straight up in her mama's voice. No talk back. I was about 40. Look, I still got my mom right now sitting there talking about what size pants you wear. Why, mama?
Because she want to buy you a pair of pants.
I know what I mean. So when you have a mama like that, your mama always gonna be your mama. So
she's the same as my mama said, the same age over you as the day you were born. Yep. You don't get to turn off being mama. It's like you don't turn off being daddy. It's what you want.
Every one of my children is grown, and every one of them, I'm still just like, what you want, what you need.
Yeah, my eldest is 20. Ooh, she's 22 now. And when I look at her, I still see 13-year-old. I mean, it's what I see.
My oldest daughter comes over here. What y'all got in the refrigerator? Anybody else? You have a refrigerator? What's wrong with you? You're a grown woman. Me. We got some eggs on the top shelf.
Oh, no, that's how it's supposed to go. When you go to your parents' house at any age, you go shopping.
Pretty much.
But yeah. What else you got on number 2?
This is what's funny. Have you discovered no matter how old you get, because even over my mom's house, I have taken food from over her house. And I've discovered this just now. Have you discovered no matter how old you get, your parents still always have the best food? You ain't thought about that food all your life, but as soon as when you go over there and look at the refrigerator, go, man, I ain't had those in a long time.
Yeah.
You gonna eat that?
It's nothing like being at your parents' house. You know,
it is nothing like it.
God bless those who have them and those who don't. But yeah.
And if the ones who don't, they're still looking down on you right now. Still caring about you. Let me get off of it because I see Tracy's eyes closing, so we're gonna move on.
I'm trying not to. These onions.
I know we're gonna move on. So, and of course, we're gonna go back into the path of personal growth for 2.
On their path to personal growth, 2s, like each of the types, have a unique set of signposts along the way. As they move towards wholeness, 2s move away from pride, self-denial, and codependence, and move towards humility and freedom. 2s are propelled by an unconscious emotional theme of sadness. This is often due to feeling like their own emotional needs were not met as children. So they continually thirst for relational connection and feeling appreciated and needed by others, which affirms their self-worth. Yet despite how much they pour into others, the whispering late-night voice in a 2's head says, people will only love you if you take care of them.
Yeah, she on mark with that one. She's definitely on mark.
I had that issue for a while. I am still working on it. I'm not perfect. But for a long period of time, that was one of my issues, is that I just felt like the only reason people even deal with me is because I help them. And as soon as I can't help them no more,
they're gone.
They're gone. Or they're not bothered with me or whatever. So, yeah, I can feel that. Yes, I know, Diaz. You don't care one freaking way or the other. We already get it.
I ain't say that. It's just ain't, this one ain't my ministry. That's all. You know, I mean, I'm sorry. I grew up in a house where, you know, love and affection and positive reinforcement and all that stuff. It had it in abundance. I got other issues.
Well, we got seven.
You got 7 more, so we'll hit your neighborhood.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, we got 7 more. We're gonna get it. Well,
see, Marlon, 9 minus 2 is 7.
Yeah, it's taking me a minute there. I was going 6 divided by, take away the 1. Hold up.
Solve for y.
I'm missing an x. What the hell? Anyway.
Cosine tangent.
So we're going to go on to the healthy and the unhealthy, which is the last part of this. The healthy, the unhealthy of being a giver.
Each type also has unique developmental stages and corresponding healthy and unhealthy behaviors. When they are healthy and well developed, type 2s are altruistic and generous, empathizing with others and anticipating and meeting their needs. Warm and caring, they make others feel loved unconditionally. 2s in stress are martyrs, refusing to self-care or let others care for them. They resent their obligations and will guilt trip those that they've helped. For each of the types, growth means more acceptance and awareness of our unique type, which provides greater inner peace and a greater ability to act intentionally rather than unconsciously. So for 2s, growth means serving others out of generosity rather than to refill their self-esteem bank. Growth also means acknowledging and addressing their own feelings and needs, setting boundaries in their relationships, and accepting and sharing their authentic selves.
So one of the unhealthy things was that I did experience is, yeah, I would care for people. I hated somebody giving to me. Christmas and birthdays and everything was really simple for me because I always had the same answer. Whatever. What you want for Christmas? Whatever. What you want for your birthday? Whatever. And me and Thea's talked about it the other day when I said that, I'm not dealing with NFL no more when it comes to money. So it made it really harder on my family now because it's like, oh, you're the simplest person. We just get you a Panther something, a Panther this. And now I said, don't put another dime in the NFL. So now they like, okay, we have no idea what to get you now. We're.
I didn't agree with her when she said guilt trip. I don't think I've ever guilt tripped at people. I'm trying to think, have I?
Well, that's a negative, and that's more of the. You have to remember that some people will give for the sake of the mothers, parents, I should say, are phenomenal for doing that. That's my core example for you, Tracy. Parents are really good at doing that. You owe me, child, your life and your upbringing and everything else. So no matter how old you get, you owe me.
Oh, well, see, I'm not a parent, so I'm like, that whole concept.
Well, guilt tripping is also just a controlling behavior. I mean, sometimes I catch myself doing it, and people do it. It's whatever. It's going to overlap a lot of different types.
Yeah,
of
I'm trying to remember, when did I ever do that?
I don't think I can actually guilt trip.
Yeah, because it feels like, what am I doing? I'm not accomplishing anything. Why don't I just say how I feel and then just go from there?
I'm sorry. Never mind.
But the other ones, I can't. The other ones, I'm like, yep, I do that. But the guilt tripping one, I'm like,
well, that's so cool. Much. I mean, it doesn't catch everybody. But like I said, for me, if I guilt trip, it's usually more of it's less about the emotional thing. And it's when I'm just being manipulative. Like sometimes I'm an asshole. And that's one way of showing out being an asshole.
I don't believe that. I would never have thought that, boy.
You are what?
Y'all can go with the sarcasm all you want to. But see, the funny thing about me is I self-diagnose constantly. I know most of what's wrong with me. So
this is a little deeper than most of those pop psychology. Oh yeah, we're going deep into this thing. Trust me, I looked at a bunch of YouTube things on this one, and the most corny thing you're going to get is the lady that goes, so what is Enneagram? So you think it's everybody else? Nope, that's the corniest video you're going to get, because I've seen a whole bunch of them that's just like, so what's one? You're the giver. You like to give. Now, will it take the energy away from you? Sure, but that's how you are. Now, let's move on to 3. And I'm like, okay, that's it.
All I know is I love this lady's hair and makeup.
And Susan, of course you are, Marlon. I have no idea. That's Thea's.
All that math. Nobody got time for all that.
That's Thea's mathematics right there.
I just went.
One of my professors burst my artistic bubble. He said that even if we accept nothing in return, that we do get what we do get is feeling good about ourselves. That is a bunch of crap.
No, because sometimes I've helped people and I'm like, I feel more drained than if I had helped.
That's not the point. I mean, I get what the professor was saying. Now the professor might have just been a jerk at the moment, or he might have been trying to help somebody. Because so this is going to go into my personal feeling. Everybody has an angle. Yeah. Everybody. So sometimes
I'm hot. Okay, I'm having a moment. Keep going.
Did we just go to church?
No, I'm hot.
But
I'm reaching that age.
You do things for people and you truly are doing it because you care or you want to do something nice. And that's cool. And you do it and you have no anticipation or requirement or expectation of any kind of a gift whatsoever. That's cool. But it's the positive feeling that you get from doing it that is speaking to the lack of altruism. See, I think it's unfair to look at mankind and the complexity that we are and expect anyone to truly be altruistic, because that's a super high bar. It's a definition that only exists on paper. People do things for their own motivations. They just do. And hopefully those motivations are positive.
And I have no issue with that. Even if you're doing it, even if you was to say I'm doing it to make myself feel better, that's
you don't say that about yourself.
You're not gonna say it. My issue that I've always had was I don't mind doing something for somebody else. I have no issue doing that, and it's make me feel better, whatever you want to say. What I had an issue with and what I had to deal with and what I'm getting better is when I can't do something and they turn around and go, well, you never do anything. You never done nothing for me. And I was like,
I never will again. How about that?
Yeah, now that's when you got to put it down.
See, that's when that number one in me come out. Oh, okay. I never do anything.
That's to me, that was really hurtful. It's like, no.
I think part of the problem is with being a number two is that you can become addicted to that positive feeling you get for taking care of or doing for others. So it becomes a part of you that you have to constantly feed. So you don't even know that's really what you're doing. Like you're just giving of yourself constantly because that's how you recharge yourself emotionally. The problem is that will never fill you up because you're going to be pouring out more than you can give back to yourself. And so eventually you're grounded down because the people around you, they're used to just getting. They don't even know you need anything.
Yeah.
And then you start resenting the people that you do for. So
what this is talking about is receiving grace is men help.
I don't think so. I'm not sure I understand the context.
I think if you're saying if you're receiving receiving blessings, there's something that the church always you give.
Yeah, I guess if you're a religious person, then you can say that that's blessings. But I'm just really looking at it from just what feeds you or energy or what have you. So, but yeah, it a lot of it comes down to motivations and are you in touch with yourself enough to know what's driving you? Because like I had a lot of bad relationships in my younger days, and it took me realizing that my problem was me and not them, because I was addicted to fixing people.
Oh yeah.
Right. So until I got to the point where in my development where I could look at myself and say, wait a minute, this isn't healthy for me. And then, but everybody doesn't get there. People just kind of move through it and they just kind of try to outrun their pain, and it's whatever.
That's so unhealthy. So, all right. Oh, wait a minute. We was both wrong. I said, no, what you said before about the feeling good you get from doing good, isn't that grace?
Oh, okay. So that's not how I interpret grace. Doing good from doing good, I would say that's more about if you're going to look at it from like a Christian teaching way, that's your spiritual vitamin in a way, like fruit of the spirit type of thing. Grace, because I come from a Christian background, so that's the only way I know how to interpret it. Grace is more about forgiveness, allowance, setting aside judgment because you yourself are deserving judgment. That's more of the grace side. Like it's more of a forgiveness or let it go type of thing. Does that line up, Tracy?
Yeah. And I go even simpler than that. I always say grace because I always say grace and mercy because they go together in my opinion. Grace is something that you don't deserve, and mercy is holding back the punishment that you deserve. That's how I've always viewed it.
Okay.
I can feel that.
All right. Well, Mafia, that's our first hour. We're leaving on a good start because going into the second hour, we will be going into the whole new segment that I hope everybody enjoy. Am I the a-hole? And of course, we will be doing Foxy's videos of the week. While we on here, let me see. I got 7 people. I got several people on here watching. Let's get those lights up. Please hit that like button on the way out. We're going to take a break and we'll be back in 3 minutes. So stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, 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 finally. I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, 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 finally. High up to a bird, you, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally.
All right, we are back. So let's go ahead and get all of the homework out of the way. If you haven't already, please do not forget to hit that like button. We truly appreciate it. Also, please do not forget, if you enjoy this type of content, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out the door. Please do not forget to go to Tracy Media and go to her Patreon page. It would truly help her out. She's trying to get money to go to Washington, D.C. for a very, very, very important cause. Please do not forget to go to Thea's Patreon page, Complex Mind, which, again, for a very, very, very important cause. Please do not forget to go to Radical Truth to Power. And please, folks, type it in exactly the way it's spelled, apparently, and support this. Also, I think everybody forgot that at one time that I did say that everybody in the Mafia can send me a video and I would display it on here and shout out your name for Mafia Video of the Week. Haven't received anything, so other than Tracy, but Tracy, you sent me some stuff that's just like that last video you sent me when a guy was singing Reading Rainbow. I don't know what
they sounded good.
No, and you're right. He sounded terrible. They sounded good. So there's my email at the bottom if you want to reach us, and go ahead and send us some videos so I can take a look at it. And of course, also go and support Anna at her website, which I still can't pronounce. So Thea's Tracy, go ahead.
And she just went over this, and I felt bad. So I'm gonna let Thea's take his best shot at it.
Borrelia, etc.com.
And there we go. Also, if anything, please do not forget to support Tracy for the Senate in 2024. Please do not forget to put Thea's in Congress now. And please go to my Patreon page to please support me, because I want to be president of Mars in 2024. I want off this planet.
Y'all just give me a nice house on the moon and I'll chill.
Okay. So Susan said, thank you guys. I think I got it. Yeah, appreciate it. That's what we're here for. Not to say, you okay?
My back hurts.
Well, I missed that. Here comes a video flood, Marlon. I'm giving my sister, my partner, a break and sending them to you. Knock yourself out. I think everybody forgot, because I don't think once I did it, I never brought it back up again. So yeah, I'm cool. Just don't send no bad chaps and we're good. Marlon, you need to remind me to send videos at the end of the show. After 15 minutes, I already forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely will do it again. Oh shoot, I have videos that I really want to hear your ideas. You forgot to send it to. See,
he could just go with my video.
Send me the videos. We will take a look at it, give our opinions, our thoughts, our criticisms. I'll go to hells, whatever we decide to do to the video. Just send it along this way. We'll take a look at it and see what's up.
I'm not telling anybody to go to the Lake of Fire.
And neither are we, Tracy. We would never tell anybody to go to the Lake of Fire, because that's way too long to say. So for anybody who was concerned about us telling people to go to the Lake of Fire, you have no concern.
You just patronize. See?
You are. So anyway, without further ado, and I hope you all enjoy it, am I the a-hole? So the first one is for Thea's, and like I said, I'm breaking it down. A serious one for Thea's. A serious one, not a serious, a funny one for Tracy. So the first video, Am I A-Hole, is dedicated to Thea's.
Guy Will 5 months ago. He's really sweet and loving. He has a 2-year-old kid with his baby mama. The problem I have is that whenever we plan on going out for a date, Will's baby mama would call and demand that he take their son to stay with him. They never married, so there's no legal custody arrangements in place. Every time we plan to go out, she'd call and demand that Will come pick up their son to stay with him for a few hours, resulting in our plans being canceled. I told him his baby's mama has been doing this deliberately deliberately. He said he noticed too, but cannot tell her no because if he refuses to take their son, she'd not allow him to see him for a whole month as punishment. I told Will he has to put an end to this because it's affecting how our relationship is progressing, and he said he'll try. Last week he invited me out for dinner at the restaurant. I was so excited because he told me he was already at the restaurant, so I thought his baby's mama doesn't know, so she won't wreck our plans. I got dressed nicely, I did my hair, and just took care of myself real good, looking forward for some quality time together. However, when I arrived to the restaurant, I saw Will and his son there. I felt rage and disappointment washing over me. Will saw me and waved me to come closer, but I turned around and walked out. He followed me outside, trying to explain, but I decided to go home, and the date was obviously canceled. Later, he texted explaining that his baby's mama did it again. He said he didn't know how she figured out that we were going out and demanded that he take their son for the night. He said he didn't want to be punished, but neither wanted to cancel our date, so he brought his son to the restaurant, and I was wrong to turn around and walk out. I told him I was sick of this woman dictating our life and being intentionally hurtful, but he said I ruined our night after he tried to compromise and didn't appreciate that. Maybe I did, but I just wanted a quiet dinner for us both. I'm just disappointed that once again he let his baby's mama bully him into doing what she wanted. So, am I the jerk?
Yes, wake up.
The funny part about it is you're taking this. So what's up,
Bruh? It's like this. First of all, maybe she just hasn't evolved to the point where she can understand that the father of her child is now gay. I don't know. Maybe that's.
Where did that come from?
You know?
What?
Oh my!
Where did that come from? Seriously, explain that to me. I literally don't understand.
That was a male voice that was doing the entire discussion, talking about his boyfriend's baby mama messing up their dates. What part of this is not?
He was reading. Obviously, the letter is from a woman.
He was reading.
Yes, it's obviously a woman that wrote that in there.
Obvious. It's not obvious.
What man does his hair?
So many different ways.
What man does his hair?
A gay one, or a metrosexual.
Okay,
or a man who's really into his appearance.
Or
a man with long hair.
Let's kill it. The guy is reading every person's
letter. He's reading a person.
Male, female.
I missed that part.
Okay,
anyway,
well now
that's one part.
Concentrate on the letter.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was distracted. But other thing, you're not being a jerk. You're just being stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, real talk. I mean, first of all, you got a problem with the dude. I'm gonna speak in this way. I don't, whatever y'all say, it was whatever. So the dude has a problem running his mouth to his baby mama. So she shouldn't even know where he going or what he's doing. So either she locks him down every weekend, in which case he has a son every weekend, which is just a wonderful, amazing thing, which could really be either her trying to get in the way of his life, or really that she has her own life and she wants the kid to be away so that she can do what she want to do. So you got that whole situation, which can be toxic or whatever. Who knows? That's a dynamic. But the fact that it's that hectic, you either need to deal with it or get the hell on, because you will not win. All right. So, and I know I'm coming from a biased position because coming out of my first marriage, my ex-wife ruined, she didn't ruin, I ruined a lot of relationships due to my inability to navigate that relationship. So the fear of not having your child is a major fear, especially when you're the non-custodial parent. So it's easy for the other person to say, jump high, how high? You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's not a good place to be in. Like for the person, you say it's a lady, so it's not a good place for her to be in because he's not ready yet. So you're trying to get something out of him that he cannot give you. He's not ready to take that stand against his baby's mother And you can't be the one who pushes him to do it, because if you do, he will resent you and he will drop you too. So just go your own way, find somebody else. Boyfriends and girlfriends are completely interchangeable. Just move the hell on. There you go. I don't understand it.
Okay, let me say this real quick. First of all, he don't know how she's finding out about. It's two things I got.
The child is telling, obviously.
Yeah. No, the child.
No, the child can't tell. The child
dude
don't
is
even know
telling.
you're going out yet.
The dude is telling the.
Oh
the
yeah,
baby
that was
mama.
gonna say the child or he's telling.
The dude,
Yeah, he's
the
running
baby-
his mouth.
And even if Tracy, even if I was going by what you were saying, is the child is telling the mama, how the child find out?
Right.
The daddy running his mouth. So, dude, you're the one who's running your mouth, telling everybody, telling your baby mama, not everybody. Well, let me rephrase that. Two things. One is conspiracy theory. One is factual. Either you're telling your baby mama, that's the factual. Conspiracy theory is you're telling somebody who's going back running and telling the baby mama what's going on.
But that means you're running your mouth to somebody about every date.
Yeah. Number two, and most importantly, because she's threatening to never see my child. Dude, take your butt to court, get child visitation, and be done with it.
Easier said than done.
I've done it. I know,
but it's still easier said than done.
Whatever. Try. For the try.
They got free legal attorney services. I'm just saying.
Tracy, you use a free attorney if you want to.
No, I have not used an attorney. I got exactly what I asked for. It is your right.
No, it's doable. I'm just saying he's not there yet.
Oh, so
I don't think he wants to be
you're
there.
Talking about him personally.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be there because he keeps he keeps. If he's the one that's telling the baby mama this, obviously he could just keep his mouth shut and not tell her his plans.
Agreed.
He could just shut up. But obviously, either one, he's still with the baby's mama on the side, or he wants to be, because you don't. This is why I choose to pick men who don't have children, because I won't deal with any of it. Won't do it. I don't got time for it. No, thank you.
Then that's the thing about dating. You 100%. You can decide you won't date a dude who wears brown shoes. It's 100% logical and fair for you to have whatever standards you have. And my thing is, if it ain't healthy for you, get the hell on.
Yeah,
why are you trying to make yourself fit?
I mean, she was wrong for. No, she wasn't wrong for walking out, because that's just what I would have did.
She wasn't wrong for walking out. She was wrong for staying in the first place.
I don't think she's wrong at all.
She should have she should have been like, bye. Obviously, he wants something to do with the baby's mother.
Not necessarily that one, Tracy.
No,
why he keeps telling her everything then?
Because he's broken.
The girlfriend felt like she was tricked again. That's exactly why she was. Because you did not say we are going to have a date. I'm like this now. I'm going by what you said. You said we. Not we as in me, you, and the child again. You got tricked again. Yeah, I'm walking out. I'm not going to deal with this.
And the funny thing is, like, from her standpoint, it could feel like she's being tricked, but because I'm placing myself in this, because I know some of the dumb stuff I did coming out of mine. It ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? It's like straight up, it's not about the girlfriend. She is not even a real person. She's somebody, you know what I'm saying, I kick it with, I spend time with, I like you or whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's what's gonna not make my little man cry. What's gonna not make my kids sad? And if that means I gotta put up with this woman, you know, saying, pulling my strings or whatnot, I'm gonna deal with that, and I'm gonna go through that, and I'm gonna ruin every relationship that I could possibly have to maintain the one that means the world to me, which is my kid. Now, eventually, he will reach a point.
We're gonna get tired of that mess,
right? But no one can help him get there. That's like grieving. You can't make somebody get through the grieving process. They gotta go through it,
and he's got to realize that he's being played, because the baby mama is straight up and down playing him like a stringed instrument. Like, dude, she playing you.
But until he can see a way out, he's not gonna make it. It has to be his decision. I guess that's where I come.
And Tracy, you on the assumption that he cares that he getting played. I think the boy knows he's getting played. He just don't care.
Or he wants the baby mama. Or he wants.
Let's see what
Why
everybody
he keep
else.
telling her everything? I'm like, why he keep telling?
That's why I said either he's telling the baby mama or he's telling somebody who's running straight to the baby mama.
It's gotta be
he's telling her. I think he's telling
he's telling. He's gotta be
telling
because if you could eliminate the child, don't know how old the child is, then that leaves him.
He's 2.
Oh well, no, he can't tell her.
So
yeah, he's not
the
even
way
old enough
that
to put
I've
a sense
seen this
together.
play out, and the way it played out a few times for me, it's not that he's like, "Hey Tracy, I got a date this weekend with Stephanie. I just want to make sure that I wasn't supposed to get Junior today." That's not how the call's going down. Calls more often going down as, "Hey Tracy, I'm just calling to talk to little man. How's he doing? Can you put him on the phone?" Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And they do the little small talk and they manipulate you into, "So what are you doing?" And then he just keeps feeding the information because he's afraid. And I'm putting myself in this. He's afraid of, I know what happens when I reject or refuse to give information. So he gives information he's not supposed to give. It's a weakness. It's wrong. But until he gets past it.
Yeah.
He being played.
And I agree with what you're saying, Theas. I say go to court, get your visitation right, put in order, but that's for other guys. We're talking about this guy right here, and I don't feel like he has the maturity to even know.
And we're only getting it from her point of view, so let's just be real.
Yeah, that too.
That's true.
Always keep in mind going forward on any of these videos, and something that I'm going to talk to Anna about too. We are taking it from one point of view.
Yeah, we're hearing it from the victim. Victim. Air quotes.
Victim, yeah. Let's see what everybody else has to say. This one hurts to watch like the other video did. Is actually a beautiful family talking about fatherhood. Anna, be prepared, and I will start saying, Anna, look away or don't look at anything. The background, I'm not faulting the person that does this because just sitting there talking is kind of boring. You have to have it, but it's some of the backgrounds. One, and this I got it from my mom, and my wife does it a lot too. One is there's some video games that I even fall into 2 categories, and it's in all of the videos. Either one, why are you playing that? That looks like the most boring crap I've ever seen in my life. That's a stupid video. Or 2, I'm actually rooting for the person to do something like, okay, come on, because there's a race car one where they got to do wheels and turns and twists and everything, and I'm looking at it like, come on, you can do it. You can do that twist. Come on. Ah, man, come on. While I'm still listening to the video. So just be prepared that I will, from this point on, tell everybody to, hey, the background is going to be disturbing. I still want you to listen to it, but you don't have to watch the video to get what's going on. The lowest region of hell is ice, by the way. Oh, Jesus.
Susan, don't go there because most
people
who believe in hell do not understand the distinctions that are drawn between Dante's Inferno and what we have been conceptualized in our Christian teaching, and they don't see where they overlap. But basically, end of the story, hell's a bad place.
Pretty much. That's
you
know what? That's pretty. Thank you, Theas. That's actually
it's not a place you want to go to.
I don't think anybody's gonna sit there and go, I know I'm going to hell, but which one? I don't think that's.
No, it's not so much which one is in, because I've definitely gotten to this conversation with people before, because they'll start telling you these horror stories. Because that's one of my biggest issues with most major religions is they try to encourage you to join them out of fear, right? And one of the major fear stories is the whole thing about hell. But the funniest thing about it is we're often taught about hell, but it's not as it's depicted in Revelation. So we end up with a Dante's Inferno interpretation of Revelation, and it's not the same thing, but it helps us with the imagery of how horrible hell can be.
So let's all just agree that it's horrible and none of us want to go there.
Yeah, like if it exists, That's not where you want to be. I mean, I think that's a pretty. I think we should be able to get there together.
Sounds like baby mama is jealous.
That's what I was getting at. That's exactly what I was gonna get.
Agree with that. It's just
yes.
that.
She can be with as many.
What's with the jumping? I told you some of these video games is just really just
jumping on the trucks. Okay,
it was the graphics,
that was the background of it.
So, like, if you suffer from seizures or motion sickness, that could really mess you up.
Because I'm like, I didn't even pay. I was just listening to the guy's voice.
And trust me, there's some videos where it probably has a good subject, but that background is like, even me, sometimes when it gets late at night and I know I'm sleepy and I look at some of the video games that was playing in the background, it's like, nah, dude, I'm about to get sick. That's
yeah. See, I guess I was just listening to what the guy was saying and not paying attention to the background.
Yeah, it can give me a headache if I stare at it too long.
Yeah,
I could do the jump in and I could do the car, which I think is in some of these videos and stuff. But it's some of those things is just like.
And the guy with the baby's mama had to what that
flashing lights and everything. No. It's time for the men to go to court and have set visitation rights.
Time.
That's not the word I was missing.
And stop telling that girl who he really want what he doing.
But again, we're talking about that guy, and I don't think that guy is mature. Let me put it to you this way, Tracy and Theus. This is why I say he's not mature enough to do it. He's not mature enough to even know that you're supposed to get visitation rights.
Nah,
he may know it. He may know it, but he's more afraid of the courts than anything else.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Because what happens if you go to court to fight for visitation rights and they tell you can't have them? Now you have less than what you already have. What happens if you go to court to fight for visitation rights and they tell you now you have to pay 20% of your income for child support when you've been paying 10 or 15? What happens if you go to court to try to do visitation rights and they only give you supervised visitation because of something she makes up about you in there? So there's so many things that layer into this that we're all going to be presupposing to do it. But I'm just saying from a man who went through it from my personal viewpoint, it can be so layered. And it's not until you hit that point, like a person who's abusing a relationship, until they decide they really want out.
I'm spoiled then, because I'm
missing something.
What I went through, and that was the first thing that I literally made sure of, is that I got visitation rights, and I hear you, Theus, because literally everything that you said, even up to getting custody of my daughter, was everybody, even my best friend at the time, was saying. And I'm gonna tell you the most hurtful thing that this dude said. This is how bad it is. This is why I say it's a maturity thing. When I even told him, I said, I'm going to get custody of my daughter. This dude, who was again my best friend, flat out said, "You're not going to win. They will give them. They will give the child to the system before they give them to you."
Well, that's what friends oftentimes will do, because they're really more. That's why some things you got to let friends be where they're supposed to be, because that's why you don't really have your friends support your business too tight. It's not that they don't believe in you. It's just that they are afraid for you. So they start walking down the darkest side of whatever the situation
the worst possible situation you could think of.
Because they know if it fails, they're the ones who's going to have to put you back together. So that's why some things it's not even a good idea to put your friends too close to, But like in my case, I mean, those were fears I had. I didn't have to go through the court thing, though, only because I married her before my daughter was ever born. So when we got divorced, I had rights that came to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I still remember the fears, because you can go to court all you want to. She still can play games all along the way. And I've watched multiple friends go the court route, and that'll break you too.
See,
so it's just an ugly thing. It's just an ugly thing.
That's
why birth control should be an option for everyone.
Well, it's too late.
I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled from it, because it was one of the smoothest things. I got mad at myself personally that I didn't do it earlier, because it was so smooth. I cross every. I guess no, I'm not even gonna say that because that's a bunch of crap. I'm about to say because maybe North Carolina courts are more open in that.
No,
I
mean,
just happen to get the right. I just happen to get the right judge that just looks at the facts.
you got the right judge. You're the right person. The circumstances lined up for you. Sometimes we don't pursue things that we're. I'm going to say entitled, but that's not the right term. But that we're justified in pursuing out of fear. So we actually are telling ourselves no before we have a chance to find out if there's a yes. So I'm 100% on all those things. I am only trying to present the side that it's not as cut and dry as we might think it could be.
I got you. I had the same expression. And I saw this earlier. She was talking about how you thought the guy was the dude reading it was the woman.
I thought it was a dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, everybody ain't there.
Baby daddy need to talk turkey. Until they do, nothing, including the baby, can have a life.
The kid's gonna be.
She's using that child as a pawn.
It is, but it isn't because the baby mama cool. The baby mama got the baby. The baby mama using the baby.
She's being abusive by using a child.
Yeah, she's using that child as a pawn.
So no, she cool. She's cool with what's going on.
I've seen that far too often because, and I've actually had, I don't remember if it was a relative or somebody who was just close to me, but they actually had to come kind of clean to me. And the situation is, especially when the kid's this young, they think all this drama is going to be over before it can actually hurt the kid. So they don't have a problem using the child as a weapon. They have zero problem because they feel like they own that child. So since they own the child, they'll do whatever they want to because I'm the mother. And so all this stuff goes down. And then, all right, cool. You run your little game. You run him off because some men can't stay in the heat. And you run him off. But now you got a child who's wondering where his daddy is. And you inside of yourself, you know what you did. But you never have to own that to anybody. So now you doing it by yourself, and now all men are this and all men are that. It's just this whole
and that's the deal too, which I can't stand, men and women, because I've seen it from a man's point of men do it too. I've known people that men do it too, and I've seen when women do it too. That's when you try to make the significant other the bad guy. So with Theus said, and I'm piggybacking off Theus's statement of saying, well, where's my daddy? You think she's going to be honest?
No.
Or
she's going to be like, he's not here.
He left us, baby. He ain't care about nobody but himself.
He ain't care. Or it even goes as far, if he really did, because she knows, she may know going to the court is the right path for this dude, and still use that. Well, if he really cared about you, he would have went to court to get
fought or whatever
to get visitation, right? And he didn't even do that. See, when we say weaponize, this is weaponizing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is sad.
And then, like you were touching on with the guys, because I want to leave it at this, because, in my opinion, this is a biased opinion, the women are by far the worst side of this particular scenario, because they're the ones who usually have custody of the child, so they have the leverage to use the child. But guys, we ain't getting off on this one, because I have seen and known of too many guys who will play the role of wanting to be in the life of their child, but all they really want to do is keep messing with the mother. And that is sick, because you're trying to play her along and screw with her emotions, and the kid is being treated like this little after effect thing.
Again, using the child as a pawn.
And giving you the example, the same way that I just said about the mama using the child, saying the daddy lost, leaving everything else. Let me go from a man's point of view of still using the child. The man will pick the child up just to keep tabs on the woman.
Sure will.
Or try to tap her.
So what did your mom do this weekend? So whose car was that in mama's driveway the other day? Still weaponizing.
This is sad. Boy,
but you got to
really
think about
sad.
it this way. If they had a healthy relationship, they'd probably still be together. So we got two people want you in best case scenario, one of them is healthy and the other one is unhealthy. But a lot of times both of them are unhealthy. So nobody gets clean hands here. Everybody's playing the game. They're just playing it at different times in different ways. And in the middle is a child who just wants to
the
love
poor
their mother and their father.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
all
the
they
child
want.
didn't even ask to be here. If you need to express their concerns to
The thing
either
is, the
party,
new
then-
partner needs to express their concerns to the other partner and didn't until they resent him. And then you have to realize kids come first.
Absolutely.
They sure do.
You can always put up with something until you can't.
I had this problem with my second marriage. Baby mama and I had to sit down and make mutual satisfactory arrangements. Luckily, we were both putting the kid first.
But what about him?
That's a question of you, Susan.
Yeah,
You
he's
you don't have to answer. I'm saying just
Everyone has their own problems, but you can only work on you.
Ain't that the truth? You cannot work on somebody else.
The first comment you read was about the video, LL. I'm in the video. I want to see you. Won't hurt to watch. Won't hurt to watch like the first one I said of the little.
Is she talking about the little daycare girl?
I don't think
No,
so.
I think probably. Probably.
That daycare girl's horrible.
Yeah. I'm with Susan. Didn't see any trucks. Wow.
I literally didn't. I didn't see him. I was listening to that robotic guy's voice talking like this, and the baby's
But the funny
mama.
thing about it is that is a guy that's talking. It's not the robotic which
Boy, he sound like a tape recording. I'm like, dude, put some.
on TikTok talk or don't talk at all. So now you see what it feels like to don't do that. That's irritating as all get out. But yeah, I can look away if it's going to. Yeah, I would say that. Oh, Dina came in.
Hey, D.
The court's favored the mother, and it does. I'm not going to put that away.
The courts need to. They need to favor the mother. My problem is the remedy. You know what I'm saying? Because far more often than not, the woman is going to be the primary caretaker, and she's going to, that's what it is. The problem is because we've allowed that to become so intrinsically, like, what was it, the fairer sex, that BS, that has become so locked in that they automatically side more with the woman, and that's a problem because, like, she got to be pretty much showing up at the courthouse high to lose the kid, But now you have a better chance. The courts are a little bit better, so I hear. But it's still
not if you black.
Plan ahead. Hey, but like you said, Tracy, that's where. All right, I'm going my little preachy. Man, young men need to honor and love their bloodline. Don't go dropping everywhere you can drop. You know what I'm saying? You don't care enough about your own blood, and then you expect her to care more about your blood than you did. Stop making babies. Just that simple. Stop making babies until you're ready to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? But dudes want to go out and have fun, and they want to play in the rain. Well, homeboy just stepped in a puddle.
Danish courts have started to lean over backwards to the father's side when I got a divorce. It's the timing of it. And the funny thing about it is, I'm going to piggyback off Thea's and Susan's comment. Not name one of you two said they need to put the child first. Not the mother.
Not the father, the child.
The child. Because that's what I'm going to look at. Which one of y'all are capable of handling the child? I don't care what your sexual orientation is. If the child and Thea said something absolutely correct, and that's why I want it to stop when it comes to the courts. No, I don't want the mama who has to be a crackhead, weed smoking prostitute for you to decide. Well, maybe she's not the right fit to be taking care of the child. Really? You have to literally go that far out to figure this out.
But really? Hey, at the same time, because like I said, I do think, from what I've seen and what I've heard, the courts are doing a far better job of taking the man into consideration. Far better job. But at the same time, you got to consider what kind of dude you are coming up in there, right?
Yeah.
What did you like? What is your background? Do you take care of yourself? You still living at your mama house? Do you help take care of the kid? Did you help take care of her during prenatal? Did you, I mean, what are you coming to the table with to make you the better case? And a lot of times you're not getting that story from everybody. So it's, at the end of the day, I still say, man, look, if you know how not to have children.
Yeah, sure do.
So you choose not to do the things to help prevent you from having a child. And so now the child's coming. And that's just what it is. It's a consequence of, what you and her did. Now you got to work with the options that are in front of you from there.
Yep, there's only three options.
Yeah, generally, yeah. But I'm just saying you have to work with each step of the way. Decisions that you make limit the next set of decisions you get to make. And it's too late for you. Didn't think about nothing. You didn't think ahead about nothing. You just was out. She was fine. She had, she was thanging like a thanging, and
a thanging.
Just make sure you never say that.
Yeah, just don't never
don't ever let that come out of your mouth.
Your mouth never again.
Thanging. Go ahead, Theus. But if you ever say that, I'm going to slap you my own self. Don't you ever. Not you. Anybody that heard that and they go up to a girl, thank you. I'm going to slap you my own self. Don't you ever do that.
But I'm just saying, man, that's my type 1 personality coming back in. I mean, you can't fail to plan and then be mad that the plan went wrong.
Again, there's 3 options you got, bruh. You got 3 options. One you never gonna do.
In my world, you got 1.
Now you got 3, really, technically.
Man, technically, you got a whole bunch of things you could do. But I'm saying, if you plan ahead and you really care about your blood, you got 1. You know what I'm saying? And that is be there for the child. Period. Point blank.
Oh, you talking about
takes out of you
once you found out the child? I'm talking about way before you get the child.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you got the pill. You got condoms. You got abstinence. You got, the pull-out method ain't the best, bro. Don't count on that.
We're gonna stop at 2.
Huh?
We ain't doing no abstinence.
Yeah, that really don't work. Unfortunately. Yeah,
I'm just saying, but
I mean, it's an option, but is anybody exercising it?
Option.
I mean, it's an option.
Realistic option.
I mean, it's the 100% way to avoid it, but is anybody really?
Still not even 100%.
Dude, if you're abstinent and somebody come to you and say she's pregnant, I'm 100% sure she's
your name is not Mary and you ain't birthing baby Jesus.
How do you know that? If it happened once, can it happen again?
That's why you can't abort. Because you can birth a Jesus.
Hey, but that fetus could be a Jesus, and you can't be doing that, Marvel.
You can't be saying that.
You know what? Well, let's move on to the second clip, please.
It is everything that you are talking about went down in my divorce and custody case, except I really did try to keep the child's father in their lives as long as I didn't have to have anything to do with him. And so in some cases, that's the right thing to do. The only conversation that I need to hold with you is about the child.
And even that's limited. My wife, my current wife, and my ex-wife, they have probably spoken to each other 10 times ever in 20 years. That's just what it is. But my wife is an amazing mother to her stepdaughter. Amazing. But it's like, I'm the bridge. You didn't create this situation, I did. So there's not much of a reason for the two of them to be talking to each other unless they choose to, but that's not how everybody functions. And sometimes, like Susan said, you end up having to go around him to become the intermediary to make things work, because us guys can be a little stupid.
Can be?
Yeah, we can be.
Anywho, is Tracy gonna be?
Don't get me started on people who don't use logic and reasoning to make decisions, because there's a whole discussion. on the gender wars as far as that one goes. No one has a patent on stupid.
They didn't do Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hello?
I'm not sure what she is though. Like, really, I'm
Not
not
smart.
sure. Like, could you like if I was the justice, right, Katanji, and it was Marjorie who asked me to define a woman, I would have really been stumped because I'm not sure who's talking to me right now. So
you're doing better than me because I refuse to even try to hold a conversation with somebody that I know she's half not understanding the word that I'm saying. So have fun with that.
Marjorie isn't even fully evolved. I mean, I'm not sure what she is.
But then why do we still have apes? In the great words of Herschel Walker.
I don't know. Yeah.
I am so moving on because I feel a brain cell dying, and I'm not gonna deal with y'all right now. God, y'all are actually running for office.
I'm not running for office.
They needed a black man to oppose the black man. Because if they had got a white man to oppose the black man, it could have been twisted as being racist. So instead, let's go get us a black man who is willing to be a puppet.
And has the nerve to be in the leading the polls. What's wrong with y'all in Georgia?
He's leading the polls, but see, here's what people get. I mean, he could win. He could win the Republican nomination.
It's a possibility.
He could, but I don't put much stock in it because
the debate.
Remember, Herman Cain was leading in the polls.
That's true. Until he came
Ben
out with
Carson
999.
was leading in the polls. You can lead in whatever polls you need to until that primary hit.
Yeah, what is Herschel going to do during the debates? He's like literally.
Don't worry about it. They're not debating.
No, because eventually, if he's the Republican nominee, he's going to have to debate or not. There's no way he's going to get around it.
No, he doesn't have to.
So the Republican National Convention has came out and said we are not doing any debates.
They can debate with fellow Republicans, and that's it.
They're not doing any debates. They ran. They said the debates are biased against them, so we're not doing any debates.
That's because they can't answer a question. 2 + 2.
Well, it's not even that they can't. They don't have to.
They don't have to.
That's the political reality.
We're moving on. Jeez, this is for tomorrow's show. Deals, you ain't gonna sneak in your political thing, and you
actually that was me sneaking it in because I said, "Well,
thank you, Tracy."
That was actually me.
It was fun picking on Deals more though. I pick on you enough.
Yeah, you really do. I'm glad you admitted that.
I always admit that I pick on you.
Yeah, you do pick on her a lot.
Diaz, I know you not sitting there talking.
It's so because I pick on Tracy a lot. The next video is Tracy's video. Is broken down in 2 parts because it was a tad bit long. So let me give you a background on it. It is a Karen video. So the background of it that I had to cut out so nobody would get lost is that a Karen, they're at these couple, and I think it's the wife that wrote the letter. It's a woman who wrote the letter. No matter who's reading the letter, it's a woman that's writing the letter. Okay, so they're at a big box store. They're going to get plants and soil and everything for their garden. So I'm assuming this is during the spring, summertime or whatever. And the Karen comes in, and the first thing that she's already complained about is they picked up like 3 plants or something like that. And the first thing out of her mouth is, "You can't do that. You're hoarding." So you pretty much know that this is going to go downhill from there. Also, I've discovered that after listening to a whole bunch of Karens, for some reason, somebody is screwing them because they always have a child. And I need to talk to the dad and go, stop screwing them and stop procreation. If they was Karen now, they're raising a Karen. Stop it. Stop it. So that is the beginning of it. And this is how we're going to start off with the Karen still being here in the store. And now the Karen is in line to check out.
Just great. We load the soil in the car and turn around to bring the car back and look at plants. By the time we're back, Karen has given up on trying to convince the employee that we're the Bonnie and Clyde of dirt and is now negotiating skipping someone in line. She has a child, you see, and her handbasket, well, it's just so full and heavy. Could she please just scooch right on in here real quick and it'll just be an extra second, she swears. The woman that Karen is trying to skip is a young, maybe college-age woman wearing a face mask. Not a medical mask, but the stretchy kind you'd wear when riding a motorcycle or when you're skiing. My husband has just now informed me that it's called a neck gaiter. The mask is black and has some scary wolf teeth on it that honestly made the girl look like somebody you should not mess with, even though she was wearing a Gap t-shirt and flip-flops. The mask girl is just shaking her head, no. And that's all I got as we dropped off the cart. I browse, pick up a couple plants, and we head inside to wait in line. Now it's showtime. Karen and Mask Girl are near the register facing off, no pun intended. From the looks of things, Mask Girl has finished her purchase and Karen stopped her before she could leave. I don't know if she grabbed her or anything, but Karen was still holding her full handbasket, so she hadn't checked out yet. Well, she hadn't paid for her groceries yet because clearly this woman had checked out. Karen said, "But you don't even need it now, you're leaving. My son could get sick because you won't give it to him and he needs it." Mask Girl, "Hell no, you can't have my mask. Back off, lady." Karen says, "But my son really likes it. It is obviously made for boys anyway. Why would you want to wear something so scary?" Mask Girl says, "Because I like it and it has my germs on it. Why would you put a stranger's mask on your kid?" Karen says, "Ugh, why are you being so rude? You won't let us go through the checkout first and now you're making my son very upset." Mask Girl says, "Your problem, not mine." And then Mask Girl turns to leave while Karen manifests the biggest balls ever and grabs Mask Girl by the back of her mask. Let me make a side note here. When all of this is going down, we're all just standing in line watching. The register is still going boop, boop, boop as the employee scans items, but otherwise we were all just inside this hypnotic bubble. But when Karen reached out towards Mask Girl, it was like the bubble popped and made everything crystal clear. Not slow motion or anything, but I felt hyper aware, like Spider-Man. Karen reaches out. People on both sides of me inhale loudly. Karen grabs the mask and yanks. A lady on my right yells and my husband steps forward.
There's the first part. So just to put a final point on it, Karen all of a sudden wants this stranger's mask. The stranger said several times, "No, you cannot have my mask that I paid for, that I'm wearing right now, that may have my germs in it, to give to your son that I don't know, who in any of this case, the son probably never even asked for the mask. The son probably said, 'Oh, that's a cool mask,' and the Karen just assumed, 'Oh, if he likes it, that means he wants it. And I'm not going to pay for it because I don't know where to find it, and I'm definitely not going to put in the effort to try to find it. I'll just take it from her.' So she decided that since you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to take the mask." But Mafia, you should know me by now. You should know beyond a shadow of a doubt. After watching me for this long, I would never, ever tell you a Karen story that from my point of view did not have a happy ending. And to make it perfectly clear, the very last part of this story would be what me and Kim would do. So without further ado, let's get to the happy ending.
Tonight, Mask Girl tucks her head down and turns to Karen like a pissed off bull with a bright, shiny new target. I think Karen was going to say something like, "Don't walk away from me," or something, because all she got was, "Don't," and then crack. I looked around because the noise was so loud I figured the roof was about to cave in. But out of the corner of my eye, I see Karen spasm and drop to the floor writhing. Little masked girl had a taser. I don't know when she pulled it out, this tiny little flashlight looking thing, but she laid Karen out with it. And not one of us moved for what felt like forever, like we were frozen. And then it was bedlam. Security guard shows up, more employees show up, masked girl is chilling like she's been through this before and knows what comes next. The kid is screaming that the wolf girl killed his mom, even though she's groaning and sobbing on the floor and clearly not dead, but maybe wishing she was. The people had been in line with us, were all talking at once, trying to tell the security guard what happened. We hung around just witnessing the insanity for maybe 2 minutes before Karen started choking out demands for an ambulance, the police, a lawyer, the mayor, restitutions, reparations. My husband made eye contact with an employee and got a thumbs up when he put the plants on a shelf and pointed towards the door. We got out of there. We drove home in silence until my husband parked in the car in our driveway, and then we just burst out laughing. Neither one of us had ever seen anything like that before. We live in a small beach town. People are super laid back and mellow. Karen was anything but that, and I hope we never see her again. So, who do you think was the jerk?
I'm supposed
Tracy,
to give
this
an
is you.
answer.
Yeah, this is
You,
you,
Tracy.
Tracy.
This is yours, Tracy.
Wow. Mask girl was in her rights. You don't go up to people and touch them. Who? I got a memo for all you Karens out there, because I know you're watching this show. You watch every week. Would you please mind your own business? You don't go up to somebody and ask for the mask that they're wearing for your child. Don't you see you got your child with you? Yes, and I was about to mention, white reparations? Seriously, you live in a beach town. You want reparations. Joy!
Hey,
Hey, Joy. How you doing? Joy has been doing phenomenal since the last time she's been on this show. She has been we gotta talk about that later. Joy has been doing great. I am very proud of her. Joy has been doing absolutely wonderful since the last time.
Yeah, Mask Girl is the hero. You don't put your hand. When you put your hands on somebody, everybody is not gonna turn the other cheek. Some of y'all gonna get tased, and that's what happened to Karen.
I'm sorry. You know, I don't watch Cops anymore or anything like that because I'm grown. And I'm sorry, it's something about being tased after you do a whole bunch of smack talking. It just cracks me.
I mean, she thumped on the floor. Bump.
Oh, of course, Karen was the asshole. Mask Girl was the shero.
And she acted like that in front of her child. Like, what
They
did
don't
she?
care. They don't care.
How do you discipline your child? And I mean, teach your child anything when you're acting like a plumb near idiotic, moronic idiot? Like, how? If I'm that kid, I'm like, how are you telling me anything?
Susan, probably not. I don't think she was. Probably nothing ever came of it because the funny thing about Karens, which is I've seen a lot of these videos. They're not bright when it comes to social things because they're so into themselves and they're not paying attention to their surroundings, and or they don't care about their surroundings because they're blonde hair, blue eye, apple pie Americans, so they don't care. The one thing that they never pay attention to is A, there's a bunch of witnesses, and B, there's a bunch of cameras.
They don't care if they want to be on the
So
camera.
they just assume that all of those are going to be not important to the story. So yeah, I don't think anything happened to her. Going on to my 4.0 on a full-time schedule plus a work study.
That's what's up.
That's
Joy
how you do it.
Joy is killing it. Joy got away from us and decided I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all bringing me down. I need to do me. And when she did her, she went high. So this is comfortable, which means y'all need to get comfortable because there's a whole lot going to come out of his mouth. Yeah, let me before you talk, let me say this real quick. I love you, and I love you as a brother. Stop shaking your head when I say stuff like that, because every time you say no, it's not going to be long, it winds up being long. So I'm going to sip on my beer and smoke my cigar and relax, because I don't trust you when it comes to that. I have trust issues.
I got nothing.
You have everything.
If y'all believe that, I'm serious now. Come on.
Go ahead, Theus. Go ahead.
We're inviting you to speak.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Marlon, quick, jump to the videos of the week. Go, Marlon, run. Go, Marlon.
I ain't got nothing. I mean,
Run,
here's what it is.
run.
Here's what it is.
Foxy's videos of the week. We don't have a bunch of them today, but this first one is just pretty poignant to the point. I don't know if these agree with it, but I'm at that point. I don't know if I'm going to go the route that this woman was saying, but her statement was absolutely true. So here we go.
Do you want to know the number one reason why your man doesn't do the things you want him to?
No, not really. Hey, did you know that drinking 2 or 3 glasses of wine a day reduces your risk of giving a shit? Follow me for more life advice. I'm a life coach.
That sounds like alcoholism to me.
I was about to say the same thing.
Like, dang, 2 to 3? Like,
what?
Like, lady, like, ease off of that.
Man, I'm not trying to, man.
You said Thea's talk first, and I just was like, okay, let me just.
Yeah. I don't want to stereotype nobody, but man, y'all got to stop with this wine, man. I mean,
it smells awful. I don't know.
I drink wine. Don't get me wrong.
I cannot stand wine. Oh my God.
I mean, man, these housewives, they drink wine so much. They got commercials saying, I know you like to drink wine, but try not to combine it with opioids because it's the number one reason for opioid death. These women are popping the pills and chasing it with wine and dying overnight. But you ain't gonna hear about that too much on the news. But they talk about it like, because I listen to public radio. So they literally trying to reach out to these people and be like, yo, this is not a good combination. You think?
These are the same people that have to put a warning sign on bleach not to drink it. So
no, this is different. These are your special, America will move heaven and earth for a white woman now. Let's not play.
Sure will.
Let's not play. So, because the opioid epidemic only became an epidemic when it started hitting suburbia.
So, did the white girl get arrested or at least detained?
I would hope not.
She probably got detained long enough to give her statement, and then she went home.
They should have gave her a gift card. That's what they should have did.
God damn.
You don't put your hands on people. You don't put your hands on people.
Yeah, but I bet it would go a different way if Mask Girl's name was Lakeisha and she tastes, Amy.
Yep.
Karen.
We don't know what color they is. I don't think they even do that in any of them.
Come on, a beach. How many black people live at the beach?
Beach town, throat gator, neck gator with the wolf face on it.
Antique.
I'm not saying you not gonna have black folk who do that. I'm just saying I ain't never seen it. That's all I'm saying.
That is most definitely alcoholism.
It's alcoholism. It ain't funny. It's scary.
It's true. You could really not. It does help you with not caring if you're drunk.
Yeah, but the problem is if you keep doing it, like when does it stop? 4 drinks a day, 5 drinks a day, 6 drinks a day, 7. Like, when you gonna stop?
She's not a quitter. She believes in following through.
I'm y'all being serious. You like, she's a quitter. She believes in following through. She did. Well, of course, this from the person who thinks alcohol is trash, but that's just me.
I like that woman, but I haven't been able to drink more than 2 glasses of wine a month.
And it smells terrible.
No, it doesn't.
Smells terrible.
I really honestly cannot do wine.
I don't know what it tastes like, but
red wine.
it
it
smells
doesn't matter
awful.
to me. It just has a terrible taste to me.
You ain't found the right one.
I go by smells with the terms of alcohol because I'm like, ugh.
No, it's like cigars have a nice smell, but they don't taste good. To me, wine has a good smell, and if you get the right wine, it tastes good. It's just about what you like, you know. It comes down to what you like.
I think that's what it boils down to. Do what you like.
But 2 to 3 times a day, don't do that. Don't do 2 to 3 times a day. You have a problem.
That is on.
But she only had a little bit in the cup. There's only a little bit in the cup.
Because she drank most of it.
That's true. Whiskey, good whiskey, that is.
It all smells like garbage to me.
I got some whiskey upstairs right now. Oh, bourbon. I got some bourbon whiskey upstairs.
And it costs too much. I'm like, why does it cost so much?
Because it takes, by the time they sell it to you, it's like 10, 15 years old. But yeah, I agree.
Well, it doesn't really matter. That was my one thing that I decided to do after my birthday is no more liquor at all.
I need to give up sweet tea.
Now I'm not gonna give up. Well, no, I don't drink sweet tea that much.
I don't gave up liquor. Now you're just going too far. Now you're taking my identity.
I need to give up. I got to give up something, man. Because I'm
cookies.
Still I don't eat dessert like that. So if
you can become vegan.
Yeah, if you told me I had to give up dessert for a year, I could do it.
I'm just saying, he said he needed to give up something.
You gave up everything.
Marlon, I'm sitting here talking about how I need to get off of the ledge of sweet drinks, and she's like, "Here, let me push you."
No, she went. Let me toss you.
Hey,
I'm trying to climb back in the window and she closed the window on me.
Your pants and heave you.
There are plenty of vegans out in the audience, I'm sure. I'm not one of them, but I'm sure there's somebody that.
Yes, but you need to have a transition. I'm way away.
Oh,
way away.
Straight to.
I mean, I eat vegan food. I had some vegan chili a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's not a vegan lifestyle.
It's not Lent, Susan. I just don't want to do liquor anymore. I can't stand how it makes me feel the next day.
And it smells awful. Nobody's talking about the smell. It smells terrible.
Because nobody thinks that way, Tracy. If either you like it or you don't like it.
But it smells terrible.
Depends on what liquor it is. But yeah.
Beer smells terrible.
What? Who's smelling their beer?
Why?
When they open the can, I can smell it. I'm like,
I don't drink beer out of a can.
Tracy, if you don't do something that somebody else do, liquor, beer, cigars, cigarettes, you're going to smell it regardless of what it is.
Yeah, because it's something you don't like. Yeah.
So
like people who eat Vienna sausages, I think that's the most disgusting smell that you ever. It's just horrid. There's no way to eat that. But people who eat
Vienna sausage.
Never.
People who eat them don't have a problem with it.
Spam is okay.
Spam doesn't really have a smell.
I really got to get back to my spam.
Yep.
No one has ever
said that in the worst in all of life. I got to get back to spam.
Get back to cans.
I miss it.
I miss potted meat. That's what I miss.
Yep, in a can. Did you got to twirl off and then do that little key and move it down
and get the gel off of it so you can cook it.
Somebody agrees with me. It smells terrible.
No, somebody agreed with me. I said if you stop doing certain things, anything is going to start smelling bad to you.
But I've never stopped because I never started.
Too. If you don't
Joy
drink,
is referencing
you don't
that
drink
you
and you
did
never drink, it's going to smell bad to you. If you don't smoke and you smell smoke, it's going to smell bad to you. If you
like people who stop eating beef, they can't stand the smell or the taste of it.
That literally actually, if you stay off of beef or any food for that matter,
it'll get
for
you
a
sick.
certain amount of time, it actually starts making you sick if you try to go back and do it again. It is what it is. Doesn't mean it's bad, but get back to my.
Nobody ever said that. Ever, never, ever in life.
I mean, I lived in Hawaii and people eat Spam just as a cultural thing up there. I still don't think anybody's ever heard.
I need to go back to my Spam. Let me put some pineapples in this. And this potted meat that you gotta open up with. Are you talking about, Marlon, the one that you have to open with the key and then just turn it and then just move the flip back?
No more. They have the little flip top and everything. And just like Susan, let me clear my throat. Spam. I like Spam. Get over it. I like Spam. I want to go back to Spam.
We didn't say it was nasty.
You eat
we just said
cat food for humans. You eat that?
What cat food for humans? How did you put Spam with cat food for humans?
Because Spam is the same consistency as cat food.
Hot dog. That's what the same consistency of it.
No, hot dogs are better than Spam.
How you know hot dogs may taste better? You do not want to know how the sausage was made.
I've seen how the sausage is made. I got you too.
I got you. But what I'm saying is, the can, like the little Red Devil can, you've seen it, where it has, it's wrapped in paper. It's like the brown paper with the little devil on it.
Are you talking about devil?
It's potted meat. It's right next to the Spam. It's right next to the Spam.
It's the generic Spam.
Oh,
it's cat food for humans.
Okay, cool.
And he eats it, and he needs to get back to it. He's saying like he missed it, and then he says, shoot, I know what's missing in my life. Spam.
Y'all that eat sardines, them little fish out there.
I don't like sardines.
Yes, I quit smoking cigarettes, and no, I can't stand the smell anymore. That same smell used to make. Yes, once you quit something for an extended amount of time, you can't stand the smell or the taste of it anymore.
Meow.
Get over yourself.
Scrapple?
I know about Scrapple.
What is it?
Scrapple.
What is it?
Scrapple is a denser liver mush.
Ew.
What is it?
Like hard head cheese.
No, hard head cheese is great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hard head cheese is what?
What? It's awesome. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just don't know. You get
Spam's uglier cousin.
No, it's not. It's good. With some crackers.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
I said hard head cheese is good. I don't know what y'all talking
you
about.
You a World War II baby. I don't know what that is.
Mercy.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all don't know taste when y'all see up there next to the most obvious thing.
That's disgusting. I ain't never seen nobody under the age of 85 eat hard head cheese.
You just
met
it.
The only reason they ate it because they didn't know what it was.
I know exactly what it is.
Them get through the depression.
But Scrapple, I have no idea what that is.
Scrapple is just a denser liver mush. That's all it really is. It's just denser. And as y'all can hear, Foxy has come back in here to put in her comments.
How do you eat anything that says head cheese?
It's good. I don't know how.
Now, what exactly is hog head cheese?
It's something. It's some pork.
Oh my!
So it's not cheese.
Do me a favor, Tracy. Do not ever say you like something you don't know what it is.
It's a jellied meat composite.
Yes, jellied meat.
They scraped the meat they couldn't sell on any other part of the animal.
Yep.
And they used gel and preservatives to push it together into a loaf so that you can slice it and eat it.
On a cracker.
They could not sell the meat. It was not fit
it's still meat. It's still good.
This is
it's still good.
They scrape off the head. And they
says that it is made of pork stomach stuffed with offal and leftover parts of the pig's head and legs.
And I don't see no problems with that.
They scraped the meat off the top of a pig's head and said, "Here, eat
no,
this."
chitlins is pork intestines. That's
pig
different.
butt. That's pig butt. That's a little different. That's pig butt.
It's chitlins.
That's a booty noodle.
It's chitlins.
And that's disgusting too.
I thought it was cheese. There's no cheese in here.
No,
nope. It's
not even. It really shouldn't even be considered meat.
Okay, First of all, I don't even know how to take this that y'all actually responded to her and she's not doing what everybody else is doing and going online and making comments. She's still sitting there talking in the background and both of y'all go, nope, sure ain't. Nope, you're right. Like she's really on the
Might
show.
as well eat you some of this right here. Get you some human head cheese.
It's not the same thing. Hog head cheese is good.
That's confusing.
It's
Look,
a what?
Look, Tracy, it's sitting with it's got crackers.
Again, comment on the app like everybody else.
What, Marlon, you trying to say she like everybody else now? That what we doing, man?
Other than being the love of my life? No.
Why is cheese in the name?
Again, why are you talking?
It's because
Why
they put it
is
on
it
crackers.
I don't know.
It's because
My
they put it on
father ate it.
crackers.
My mother ate it. I ate it. I think it's great. Now, do I go to the store looking for it? No.
How else you gonna get it? I
But
know
if
when I
it's
worked in
there-
Publix, I worked in the deli in Publix when I was in college, and I promise you, no one under the age of pre-death ordered hog head cheese. I'm just saying. All the people who had time on the clock never asked for it. It was only the ones
It's
who were about to go
good.
shake hands with Jesus that would say, "Can I get some hog head cheese?" And they got flavors, dog. There's multiple flavors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yuck. Scrapple is a mush
of pork scraps
trimming
trimmings.
combined with cornmeal.
That don't sound
wheat
too bad.
flour,
But got to that buckwheat, and then I was like, nah.
That don't sound too bad because you like hog head cheese.
No, it sounded good right till she got to the buckwheat flour. I'm like,
Got some
eh.
trimmings. What's a trimming?
Thank you, Susan. I'm not the only person that thinks it's good.
No, you're not, because there's enough people out there buying that stuff. Good thing it has a shelf life of eternity.
Marlon is talking, but we don't know what he's saying.
Not a clue.
He could be saying he doesn't know how I look this young and eat food that's
I
old.
think what he said was, baby, can you go pick up some of that so I can try it? I want to see what they're talking about.
Y'all don't know what y'all missing.
Just put some hot sauce on
And
it,
pickled
put
beets
it
are
on
good
some
too.
bread, and throw it away.
Pickled nothing is good unless it's pickled.
Pickled
Again,
pig's feet. Pickled deviled eggs.
So, pickle.
deviled eggs are eggs are disgusting. Period.
This is amazing. You eat hog head cheese, but eggs is disgusting.
Eggs are disgusting.
Everybody
Hog
got
head
different
cheese,
tastes,
awesome.
man. The hog head cheese made it so you don't like eggs. That's what
Mickey
happened.
said she's never had it. Okay.
You don't know what you're missing, Mickey.
Mickey,
Go
don't.
eat it. You're gonna be like, thank you, Tracy Smarts.
You should never pay
I
full price
surely
for a stomach
do.
virus. You
I
should never
surely
pay
do.
full price for a stomach virus. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
South.
They got good insurance. They don't even care no more. Head cheese is Christmas food here.
Yeah, okay.
They don't know.
How do y'all feel about no? Go ahead, Theo.
Ever since my people got free, we ain't gotta do that no more.
We can walk through the front door of the grocery store and everything.
Yeah. I ain't gotta eat slave food no more. I ain't doing it. You know.
Except for grits, which we have yet to figure out how the hell that was slave food, but whatever. Oh, Susan, why did you even ask?
What she asked? Oh, she got to tell
Isn't
her.
that a female pig? Isn't South a female pig? Ain't that what they call a female pig?
And here comes this.
And you know he's gonna look it up because he got to know.
You know that's his thing. He's research.
I'm just saying, but isn't that what a South is?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I know it tastes
Now,
good.
South's head cheese is the same thing as head cheese. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
so South's meat is just another name for it. So basically, head cheese ain't nothing but fruit cake made out of meat.
Oh my God.
Y'all know what y'all missing.
Man, if somebody ever came to me with this
I would
right
be like,
here,
where the crackers?
this right here,
I'll be like, where the
First of all,
crackers?
what's the green stuff on top? Did the person making it throw up too? Because I'm trying to figure out what happened here.
Nope. I'll be like, where the crackers? I just want to know where the white crackers are. Now that we can all agree on. I think we can all agree on that one.
You're not that far off from what you're eating now.
No. Chitterlings are pig intestines. That's a whole different part of the animal.
I'm going to play this and then we're going to move on because I'm pretty sure Anna by this time is just really done clicked off because y'all disgusting her. Both my parents grew up poor in Italy. We don't want to know. We're not there anymore, Mickey.
I'm not going to judge a poor person from eating what poor people eat to survive, because I think that we shouldn't even be in a situation where people are forced to stay poor. But once you can go to the grocery store and you can buy things that aren't being sold 10 pounds for 50 cents, you should be able to do that.
Did he say 10 pounds for 50 cents?
Yes, I did. You can go. If you walk into a grocery store and say, "Can I have some head cheese?"
Oh,
please?
no,
Susan.
No, Susan. She asked the question.
Actually, that actually is not that far off.
That's true, because sausage is pretty much whatever they couldn't sell you otherwise, and they grind it up and shove it into a skin.
The casing is intestines. So that's not far off, no.
Yeah, I guess.
But chitlins are disgusting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but chitlins are disgusting.
The smell of them just.
You might be surprised how nasty some of these.
How tasty. She said tasty, not nasty.
I would be tremendously surprised because I'll never know.
Marla, let's try the hog-head cheese for.
Yeah, y'all do that.
Let me rearrange that statement right there.
Now, Kim, keep in mind you can't cook that stuff. You
No,
gotta eat it. You gotta eat it as good.
That statement. So she said, Marla, let's try the hog-head cheese for shits and giggles. Technically, what she said is, Marla, let's try the hog-head cheese for shits. Because that's all you're going to get out of hog-head cheese. 2 days
later, you might giggle about it.
You may giggle while you sitting there.
No, not while you're doing it, because your butt going to be burning. But maybe afterwards.
All I want to know is where the crackers at. That's all I want to know.
You eat that stuff, you think you had the flu. It's coming out of both ends.
I've never had stomach problems after I've eaten that. I'm trying to think of what
tolerance for it. I don't think a rookie can go right in there like that.
Don't encourage him.
One of the dishes I missed was beef. Oh God, jeez, Buzz.
Is that a cultural thing? Is that a cultural thing? Because I'm not here to dog nobody culture, because different cultures eat different things. So what's strange to me is normal to somebody else.
Yeah, in India they don't eat cows because they believe the cows are sacred.
I ain't in India. Yeah, I no. And when I'm there, I eat chicken then. But when we get back here, I'm gonna eat that cow.
Yeah, I've also discovered that I do not want my wife to stay up late ever again.
That's not your decision, Marlon.
She
That's not your decision.
As long as she feels
if she wants to stay up late, she can stay up late.
She's her own person. I don't know what you thought. You don't own her.
I can't stand you two. Can't stand neither one of y'all. Chicken gives us.
Okay, now she talking. See, okay, now I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Here's the deal. Why would I spend money to chew on meaty chewing gum?
No, it's not chewing gum. You got to deep fry it right. You
You know,
because you can't eat it any other place.
Somebody got to cook something right for it to be good. It is what it is sometimes. It is what it is sometimes. It ain't the cooking. It is the food.
All right, so we're gonna skip all the part of the animal that is worth eating and eat the part that most people would throw away. Okay. I'm
just saying, in a pinch, y'all know y'all be.
I ain't gonna be in that pinch.
In a pinch there.
If I'm in that pinch, we are like, you know what I'm saying, for real, like the world's coming to an end and I'm robbing people's houses for food, and you know what I'm saying, like we in.
If Phil Davidson hasn't taught me one thing, it's that desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yep, and before I will be doing that, I will be breaking in everybody's house, stealing whatever I can, and I'll eat your family dog, but I'm not gonna sit there and eat the family dog's guts. That's just not. I ain't there.
I'm so moving on to the next video so I can get all of y'all off of here.
Meow. Meow.
That is not a sound of dog.
Oh gosh, and I picked the wrong video to actually follow this with. Jeez, this is bad timing, but it is what it is. You can't eat in everybody's house. The song.
The toilet seat, clean it underneath, and throw the whole toilet seat in the dishwasher.
You can't eat at everybody's house. Oh, you can't eat at everybody's house. You can't eat.
Nope.
You can't eat. You can't eat at everybody's house.
Especially not that one.
Absolutely not.
No, ma'am. No. Nope.
I'm not gonna eat at your house. I said I'm not gonna eat at your house. I don't care what you put on my plate. I don't care what you ate. You can't eat everybody's house.
Boy, y'all don't never join y'all respective choirs. Y'all need to stay out of them.
Man,
Don't.
Please. He said make a joyful noise.
He said joyful.
And I'm making joyful
You
noise.
making noise. You making noise.
Noise. Ladies and gentlemen, my other brother, Al, is in the house.
Oh, no!
What's up, fam?
What?
Absolutely.
So, what is they think? Here's how you clean the toilet
I
seat.
refuse. I refuse, Karen. I won't even.
No work potlucks. No, we stopped that mess. I don't want to say that I'm thankful for COVID, but I'm thankful that COVID stopped the work pitch-ins. That's all I'm gonna say.
We
That's
just
what I'm gonna
started
say.
coming back to the office, and somebody just recently sent out an email talking about work potluck. And you should have seen, because all the black folk, there ain't that many black folks in my job. So, we all on a sub chat. We're like, this ain't my ministry.
No, your cat all up on the thing on stove.
I mean, I'm just saying it's a cultural difference. Most black folk don't do potluck.
Nope.
I work
outside the family.
I work in a professional industry. So the professionals there, let's just say this professional was the professional of the professional. Okay? The cream of the crop.
Is it a prostitute?
I said professional industry.
Well, it is a profession.
Doctors, lawyers, engineers, everything else. I'm just not putting it out there where I work.
Professional, substitute, prostitute comes together. I'm just saying.
When did you grow up?
I haven't yet.
There we go. So this person, we have potluck every year. Made a special dish, ate the special dish, got bronchitis after the special dish. So the next year, figured it was not going to happen again because I was naive. Potluck. She made a special dish, ate the special dish, got bronchitis after the special dish. The third year, potluck. She made a special dish. I went to McDonald's. I wasn't sick for the whole year.
I don't do potlucks. I don't know why people don't know what catering. Restaurants do cater now. You could just call one of them. You don't have to sit there, make food, lug it in your car, get your car there. Just call the catering people. That's what they're there for.
No, Theus is not going to get away with this. No, this is what Theus tried to.
I just saw that. don't think the audience can see it.
Oh, I just put it on there. The main people that brings the dish to work also has a picture on their desk with their cat and dog on their kitchen table.
They do. Yes. That is so true.
Pretty much. Now, this is what Thea's tried to sneak and slide in there, try to be under the... No, we're not doing this. Professional substitute. I don't even know what the substitute part is. So what is the substitute supposed to be?
So it's a professional who is willing to play the substitute for a significant other. They're a professional substitute.
Or the rest of us.
And that wasn't really mine. As you can see clearly in black and white, that was by Radical Truth to Power, not me.
But you stuck it in the private chat.
I'm complex mind. So that was...
You took the toilet seat out to...
We're playing. I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, you put it in the dishwasher, man.
You put it in the dishwasher where you wash your dishes.
You realize what's been on that toilet seat? Oh.
Well, they know what's been on the toilet seat.
I mean, it needs to be clean, but you got those...
That's what you got spray for.
Yeah, you got...
The toilet seat, clean it underneath, and throw the whole toilet seat in the dishwasher.
You can't eat at everybody's house.
Oh, you can't eat in everybody's house.
Whoa, no.
I don't care what you do. That don't really look like food.
It's a toilet seat. It's not supposed to look like
because food. That's doo-doo.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
You a potty mouth. You know, that's a whole new meaning of you a potty mouth right there, man.
They done took it to the next level. You have those Brillo pads. You take some spray and you don't take the whole...
You know Mary always over there talking shit. Oh, she a hot ass mess.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
First crying because parents gone. Now I'm crying because y'all puns on butts.
We come full circle on this show. Oh, I can't deal with y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to bring this to a close because y'all are messed up. My stomach, my will to live. I don't care how y'all gonna put it. I don't even care no more.
It's funny how the ringleader talking about some y'all.
I know. He the one brought this to us. We just comment on what we see. He could have just played.
Today's episode was brought by the letter H for head cheese. And
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. I want to thank Tracy. I want to thank Theas for being on our show. We had a really good show. Please do not forget to hit that like button on the way out the door. I truly appreciate it. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out the door if you like this content. Please do not forget to support me, Tracy, and Theas on our Patreon page. We truly appreciate it. All three of us have a very important project that we're working on, and we really would appreciate your support. So now I would unmute them because that's exactly
I already unmuted myself. What? Tracy, he tried to mute you. You on mute, girl.
Oh,
I know. Drink. I got my mouse back.
You in danger, girl. He put you on mute. You don't put baby in the corner.
I just wanted to get all of that out because I know that. So Tracy, tell us everyone where they can find you.
TracyMediaLLC.com, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, and everything else. TracyMediaLLC.com.
Yes.
I don't know why he put me in the dishwasher, folks. I'm just saying. I'm just all right. No, but see where you can find me is if you look real close and you find your way to happiness. I'll be right there. See what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
It may be dark right now, but I just wanted to let you know that joy, it does come in the morning. And I'll be right there next to you, sunshine. No, really. ComplexSimpleMan.com. Check me out. For those of you who are on Patreon, y'all got something that's about to fall in your inbox tomorrow afternoon. So y'all check that out. Happy Easter to those who celebrate Easter, Passover, Grand Rising, Resurrection Sunday. He is risen. Enjoy your family. If you can be with your family, enjoy who you're with. If you can't be with nobody else, enjoy who you're with. And you know what I'm saying? One love. All right. Anyway, y'all, have a good one, man.
Child, help him.
Oh, jeebus.
Now we ended on Saturday. It's not Sunday.
I don't know what I did wrong in my life. I'm still trying to.
Sunday morning. Wow. Breakfast was on the table. Wow.
He ate those tarts
What the
again.
hell is that?
Huh?
What was that?
You don't know Sadie? Is it Sadie, right? It's called Sadie, ain't it?
I just know.
Kim, what's the right name of the song? Ain't it Sadie?
Yeah, that's right.
She said you were right, sis.
You're literally asking through this broadcast.
And she answered.
And she's answering.
Well, I knew you two didn't know.
You know I'm not going to know.
Lionel Richie sang that song, part of the Commodores. Thank you very much. One of the greatest songs ever.
Sorry. Yes, Mickey. I thank you for commenting because these two people are not even going to try to help me at all. So, just a reminder that I've been trying to get the Mafia involved into the show. So, if you have a video that you want us to look at, make comments to, all that other stuff, tell the video to go to the fiery pits of whatever, however Tracy described hell. Please send it to radtp@outlook.com. That is radtp@outlook.com. Or you can get in contact with Tracy or Thea for the same content. But I am just still doing Mafia videos of the week along with all our content. So everybody in the Mafia crew can be involved in it too. See, Mickey, you remember? Yeah, Mickey, you did remember. So there you go. So
Marlon didn't.
I know, I definitely didn't. But then again, it don't matter. So, Brain Dead here had to remind you. LOL, I couldn't even remember what the word "member" means.
Do you remember when we fell in love? Oh, that hurt my neck. Good Lord. Oh, boy. Over 40, man. It don't work the same.
Until next time, we'll see you when we see you. Peace.